Afternoon to Australia's top commentary team of Peter Landy and Lou Richards.
David Pope has won the toss as elected to kick to the right of screen. Quite a strong breeze of about 10 to 15 knots blowing towards that end. And Richmond will be kicking with the assistance of the breeze in the first quarter. Umpires are Rowan Saws and Ian Robinson. Players have taken up their positions for the start of the match. And here we go for a very important clash at Arden Street. Dempsey and Lee. Knocked down by Lee. Chance for Wiley. Wiley breaking clear from the centre. Short towards half forward. Bartlett can't trap it. Dinch. That'll give him a lot of confidence because he was down on that last week. Mark taken by Greg. His Dinch had 9 goals kicked on him by Ditchburn. That would not happen too many times in his career. Roach tries to punch it clear. Goes North Melbourne's way. A chance for the Kangaroos. Abernethy to Phil Cracker. That's a good kick by Cracker against the breeze. Blight! 15-metre penalty and almost an Academy Award performance from Malcolm Blight. Now, if I could just get Alf Potter, our director, to turn the crowd noise down in our cans. Alf, we would appreciate it up here. Malcolm Blight, left half forward. A wobbly punt kick. Marked in the goal square by Emmett Dunn. Dunn taking the mark in front of Donald McDonald. Dunn will favour the defensive pocket, which is the member stand side. Bruce Temperley in the back pocket taking that mark. Probably about a 4 or 5 goal breeze here as Temperley brings it up to centre wing.
There's a good mark in defence on the wing position, taken there by Glenn Denning. Of course, one of the favourites for this year's Brownlow medal. Back it goes again. Oh, Landy in front, a great mark. And he's had a great season for the Tigers on that half-back flank position. The kick by Landy's across to centre field, and incidentally Rains playing in the centre. Mark Lee taps the ball on. Tanner and Float. It's Tanner coming out. Henshaw gets a hand pass over to Glenn Denning. Out wide to Law. Bounces right. He goes for a kick out there. It's not a good one. And finally it's Roach going for a long kick deep into attack to Bartlett and Nimmo. I'd say that Bartlett's too quick for this big guy, but the big fella still persists. But Bartlett's away now. Umpire said it was out of bounds. I don't fancy that move of North Melbourne playing Nimmo on Bartlett, Peter.
I wouldn't like to mind him, I must admit.
Ball knocked out again. Comes down to Rioli. He's grabbed, shrugs his opponent clear, has a snap for goal. Chance here now for Taylor. If it's too long and the ball will go out of bounds in the forward pocket position. About, let me see, about 30 metres around from the Richmond goal. No scorers yet. And we're just on the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Ball back into play again. Actually, Dempsey got that down. Rioli with a beautiful hand pass out the bar, and that's the first goal for the Tigers. So, good play on the part of Rioli. The score now, 1 goal, 6 points. Richmond and North Melbourne yet to score. But I wouldn't be too worried yet because the Tigers are kicking to the end. It is favoured by the breeze, but we've been informed by our statistician, Paul, that goals can be kicked by other end. Good hand pass that time by Rioli, and Bartlett had no trouble in scoring a goal.
Well, they're 2 of the danger players that North Melbourne are going to have to get on top on. As I said, about a 15-knot breeze blowing to the end that Richmond are attacking this term. 4 minutes gone first quarter. Richmond lead 1-0. Tap out by Dempsey. Williams. Kick is short towards half forward. Bartlett and Bryant. Is that a move already?
I'd reckon.
Looks that way. Out of bounds. Richmond doing all the attacking so far in the term. And as I mentioned, they have the 1 goal on the board. Dempsey and Lee again. One by Dempsey. Trying to find Atkins. Not successful. Now it is as Atkins drives them around the wing position. Williams is there. Good mark over the top of Law. Much improved player Shane Williams this year. 15-metre penalty applied by umpire Rowan Saws. Now it's a play-on call. Glenn Denning on his own. And another Academy Award performance from Taylor. He'll get another one if he's not careful. Which he has. Now it's play on. Glenn Denning not wasting any time. Carman can't take the mark. Neither can McDonald. Plenty of Richmond players are there. It comes down to Kelly. Kelly trying to find Blight. Possession number 2 if he can gather hold of it. Not successful. A handball from Pirrie. Another chance for Blight. This time it's out of bounds. North Melbourne's forward pocket underneath the main scoreboard here at the Arden Street ground. Kangaroos very keen to do well after their lacklustre performance last week at Princes Park. Roach over the top. Carmen is there. Can't get a clear kick at the ball. And picked up eventually for Richmond by Rawlings. Over the head of Williams. Atkins tries to trap it, not successful.
Ball out of bounds on North Melbourne's half-forward line, about 60 metres around from their goal. North Melbourne yet to score. The Tigers 6 points. And, of course, their first goal coming from the old-timer himself, Kevin Bartlett. Roach and Dempsey. Dempsey actually missed that after outmanoeuvring. Finally picked up by Wiley. The ball back towards Tanner. It's too long. It bounces back towards Rioli. Pushed out by Tanner. Waitman, a good hand pass. And the ball driven up there that time by Tempany. Coming out to meet it now was Dent, but overran the ball. Finally picked up by Taylor, but he's off target. And he's put it out of bounds. Well, that's most unlike Taylor. We watched him last week against the Swans and missed 2 easy ones from about 5 or 6 metres out from point-blank range.
He was on the job after that, though, Lou.
Finished up kicking 7. A great player, Taylor, one of the great forwards of all time, I would say, in the next few years, because he's such a strong player. Dempsey in front. Roach goes for the tap. But the umpire said he got into Dempsey's back. A little bit trivial, that one. And the free kick. Oh, it's the free kick. Oh, he must have gave the hand pass over to Cracker. Knocked on by Greg. And the ball finally picked up here by Kelly. And finally they drive it long down towards that half-forward line. Oh, there's 2 players spoil each other that time. But finally backing up well as Mickey Malthouse, and the ball is out of bounds. 2 Richmond players spoil each other in defence. Strawn and couldn't quite pick the other player up. Might have been Kane. It was certainly Strawn's mark. Carmen trying to get at the back there, but it'll be a free kick against the 2 North Melbourne players. It'll go to Dunn out there at half-back. A perfect day for football. The temperature around about the 25-degree mark. Picked up by Rioli. It's a hand pass over to Big Lee. A long kick looking for Taylor. Taylor's in front, but Dent is over the back of him. Dent showed good strength that time. A hand pass, not a great one, picked up by Glendenning, but it's a bad bit of play and the ball is out of bounds.
Dent looks a lot better in form today, Lou, than he was last week.
Yep, I'll say, Peter.
Boundary throw in. Oh, it's too long for just about everybody. Tanner reads that well, better than Cloak. Short pass, goes the long way, finds Law. Law is at centre half-back. To half-forward, Roach from behind. Can't punch it clear, and a good mark taken down there by McDonald. Kicking into the breeze, though, he certainly won't get the distance here. Blight and Taylor play on. Picked up by Kelly. He's in plenty of trouble. Rawlings to Malthouse. Tigers defending desperately at the moment, and this guy is tough and a good player. Glendenning, oh, beautifully knocked on by Cloak. Couldn't find a teammate down there. Dempsey. Some wild handball. Dempsey lined up Rioli and missed him. Tanner gets it out to Glendenning. And away go North Melbourne through Abernethy. Left half-back flank. Some good distance in that kick. Atkins and Roach. Atkins has the speed. If he can gather the ball, it bounces better for Roach. Phil Cracker, or Jimmy Cracker it is. Out to Atkins again from right half forward. Looking for Blight. Oh! Superb mark from Blight.
I've got the feeling that North are going to make a real game of this today. There we watch it in replay. Outmanoeuvred the younger, inexperienced Peary that time. It was a great mark. Put him off balance, and Peary's in a bit of trouble too.
Now Malcolm Blight kicking into this pretty stiff breeze.
First blow coming to Richmond with their fullback in serious trouble there.
The Richmond runner coming out too. Peter Grant as Malcolm Blight fires at the scoreboard end goal. Stabs at it. Goal. North Melbourne's first goal. 1 goal apiece here at the Arden Street ground. 6 points.
Well, Peary coming off the ground, and that is certainly not the best of luck for the Tigers. It looked to me as if he's hurt his ankle.
Alan Martello will be the replacement. He's not a bad one at that.
Well, I don't know how he'll handle Malcolm Blight, who's a bit of a will-o'-the-wisp down there, and so the score's a dead level.
That really was a fine mark, though, Lou. Blight seemingly was out of position and then took a screamer over his head.
Williams has gone to full back.
Martello coming on. We're at the 10-minute mark now of the first quarter. Scores a level.
And the ball back there towards centre field. A hand pass coming out to Law, knocked on by Tempany. And falling on top of that time was Tanner. Not a very good kick. Well picked up by the big fella Lee. Ran into a bit of trouble. Rioli missed it completely. There's Phil Cracker. Out there it goes, but the umpire's found a free kick against Bryant. hit Rioli in the face, and Rioli to take the free kick for Perry coming off that and looking the best. And we see Rioli at centre half forward, about 60 metres out from goal. Bit of a box on going on behind play. The two umpires coming over to talk.
Glendinning and Cloak were in the thick of that.
Of course, Cloak, their captain and one of the most inspiring captains in the league. Rioli firing from that centre half forward position. It's a long kick. Oh, Taylor's pushed him fair square on the back. That time Dempsey. And the free kick will go to Dempsey down there at the full-back area. That's a sign of frustration that time on the part of Taylor. Hand pass coming over there to Dents. Dents's kick is a long one out towards the wing position. There's a good mark to Mervyn Kane. A quick hand pass to Rawlings, scouting out there on the pack, goes for a long kick. Punched away by Henshaw. Coming back there to Rioli again. He's certainly been in the thick of things. Henshaw with a good hand pass out to Phil Cracker. And look at Phil Cracker go at centre field. And he certainly can. Oh, beautiful play, Phil. Magnificent play. And a hand pass. And there's a chance now for McDonald. Back it goes to Demetrio. He missed it up. Now goes Jim Cracker. He can't pick it up. Oh, what a bit of good play spoilt that time on the part of those bumbling forwards down there. It was the chance of a lifetime.
Good play by Cracker, wasn't it?
And it was even good play on the part of Jimmy Cracker that time too. But McDonald certainly messed it up. Knocked out by Dunn. And there's Jimmy Cracker going down. The umpire called play on. Nearly a push on the back to Richmond. Yes, it'll go to Dale Waitman down there in the back pocket position. Scores dead level. 1 goal, 6 points apiece.
Waitman to centre wing. No mark to Tanner. A play on call from the umpire. Plenty of rough stuff. Rioli to Rains. Two of the class players in the Richmond lineup, but not a long kick from Rains. Dents in the back again. No. Well, Taylor very frustrated down there as Henshaw gets the clearing kick out towards the centre wing position. Keith Gregg and Temperty. Oh, fresh air shot, like one of my golf irons. Glendinning. Oh, he's got the pace to beat Cloak, and Cloak tries to line up Abernethy from behind. Down to Blight. Oh, look at this guy go. Snapshot at goal is off target, though, bringing it back with the breeze. One behind, says the umpire, and this game has started like a semi-final. They could be meeting in the finals in a few weeks' time.
We've got Martello now on Blight, and I think he may be a bit too quick for Martello. And that's not giving Martello much of a rap, because Blight wouldn't be the fastest guy in the world either.
He doesn't have to be. Malthouse does the kicking in. Emmett Dunn at the back with the fist. Loose ball on centre wing. Keith Gregg. No one to take the handball, and subsequently out of bounds. Right on the centre wing position, with North Melbourne enjoying a lead of 1 point and kicking against the breeze. Gary Dempsey and Michael Roach. Taken away by Abernethy and covered, but too high by Landy, I think. Yes, says the umpire. Free kick to Abernethy. He plays on, looking for Carman, who's well out of position. Mark taken by Mervyn Kane over Atkins.
Good play on the part of Kane, a very reliable defender for the Tigers since he joined the club. At the back is Gregg, couldn't hold that mark. Tries to tap it over, but Temperley won't give it out to Dempsey now. Back to Gregg. He's grabbed by Rawlings. It could be a free kick. He's called play on. There's plenty of rough, tough play at the moment. Finally, it comes out to Rawlings again at half forward, looking for Taylor. Taylor and Dents. Dents in the front posse. He's outmaneuvered him. And that's the only way to play him. Oh, Taylor doesn't miss a bit. It'll be a 15-metre penalty. Now the umpire's giving the OK. A short pass back there to Phil Cracker. Bounces the wrong way. And Waitman got one from his own man that time. Finally, a bit of a scrimmage. Out it comes again. A hand pass out to Phil Cracker. And he shows a clean pair of heels as the ball goes down there towards half forward. Well picked up by Mickey Moldhouse. Over to Waitman. Grab. And holding the ball. Oh, too high. He said too high. I doubt that one very much. I thought he got him by the arm. Oh, this is going to be a tough game before it's over.
Tough already.
A pretty big crowd here today, round about 25,000 people. A hand pass coming out now to Strawn from Roach. And Strawn at centre wing, lets fly, looking for Taylor. But it's a bit short, punched away from Bartlett by Nimmo. Over it goes to Henshaw. A hand pass back to Tanner. Tanner's kick is not a good one, but he's got a chance here now for Kelly. Kelly's first there, but we see the ball finally picked up by Landy. He's grabbed. It's Cracker coming out. That's Jimmy. Finally back to Kane. Overruns the ball. Atkins in the thick of things. Oh, by golly, are they having a go out there at the moment? And McDonald has a shot for goal, but it's off target and it's out of bounds. Talk about pressure out there at the moment. That was Kelly, I think, had kicked that. I thought it was McDonald, but there were so many players going in after the ball, I couldn't pick them all up.
North Melbourne doing a good job against the breeze at the moment as Landy takes the kick out. Done. Right half-back flank. Defences of both sides actually well on top. Glendinning fisted clear. Henshaw in good form at the moment. Fine defender. Tanner's hand pass, atrocious. Back to Henshaw. Henshaw of old. Glendinning. Back to Tanner. And the veterans of the North Melbourne side move it well. Keith Gregg. High ball, forward pocket. At the back, Martello tries to find Landy or Williams. Law is there for the Kangaroos, picked up by Williams, and look at the dust fly. In the middle of a drought here in Victoria. It's a drought of goals at the moment, though. Only 2 on the board, midway through first quarter. Over the top, McDonald, picked up by Kane. On the centre wing. Oh, Henshaw missed the mark he should have taken. Bryant.
I think the sun might have got in his eyes.
Yes, possibility. Lee out to Rioli, who's been a danger player so far in the first quarter. Dench beating Taylor pointless at the moment. And Taylor already has shown a few signs of frustration, but David Dench certainly back in good form after getting a drubbing last week by Ross Ditchburn. Boundary throw-in. Cloak and Dempsey out of bounds again. And so we'll see a repeat of that. It's only a couple of metres closer to the Richmond goal. And they're kicking with what to me, Lou, looks like about a 4-goal breeze.
Yes, but they did kick goals at both ends in the match before, Peter.
Nobody gets that tap out. Plenty of Richmond players are there. Waitman, oh, beautiful balk. Shot at goal, 30 metres out. That's a tremendous shot from Waitman, and he's threaded it through. 2 goals to Richmond. They hit the lead. 2 goals, 12 points. North Melbourne, 1-1-7. Very good piece of roving from the boundary line by Dale Waitman. And it was an excellent balk, which you'll see here on the replay. Waitman, lovely sidestep, gets around 2 opponents and puts it through for Richmond's second goal. So it's, well, cricket-type weather here at the North Melbourne ground this afternoon.
I'll be very tired before the match is over.
And we've already seen a couple of hot tempers. 5 points the difference in the first quarter. We've been playing 17.5 minutes.
Chance for Dempsey to get the knockout. He does. Well intercepted that time by Dunn. A long kick down there, and there's a good strong mark taken by Nimmo. And when you look at this guy front on, he looks a bit like David Dent, Peter.
Does a bit.
Nimmo's kick is out towards the wing. Dempsey there. Rowland's got into his back, and there'll be a free kick. It may go to Cracker. I'm not quite sure. I think it'll go to Cracker because he eventually pushed Dempsey in the back. And the free kick to go there to Phil Cracker. It's not a bad sort of picking either. When they look at your face on you, they can't tell the difference between either of them. There's a short pass. It's a beauty too, and got Demetrio. They never waste many kicks, the Cracker boys. They know where to place them. Demetrio on the centre wing position, ready to send North Melbourne deep into attack. Right across the centre half forward. Pack flew, no one could take them out. Moldhouse run into Kane, but still gets his kick out wide. Coming into metre now is range. Demetrio goes the punch, and the ball is out of bounds. Still on that centre wing position, a little bit up towards the North Melbourne half forward line. Richmond at 2 goals, 12 points. To North Melbourne, 1 goal, 7 points. And we're approaching the 19-minute mark of this, the first quarter, knocked out by Dempsey. No one gaining control. That'll be a free kick to Wiley. Wiley goes for a hand pass, a good one over there to Tempany. Tempany's kick falls a bit short. Coming into meet it is Bartlett. Gets away from Nimmo, but he couldn't get there in time to save it from going out of bounds. But it's still deep into an attack for Richmond, about 35 metres around from their goal. So a chance for the Tigers to score here again. They're kicking with a pretty stiff breeze. Glendinning fumbled that one. Now he's got it. Gets away from Rioli beautifully that time. Shows a lot of dash. Boots the ball out wide. Kane goes the punch. It hits the deck and he's first to recover. A hand pass back to Cloak. Cloak in a bit of trouble. Still gets a kick, but it's a bad one to get a free kick. It'll be against Bryant. We said before, tempers are becoming a little bit frayed. Bryant, silly play after he kicked the ball, whacked him behind the ear, and of course he'll get the free kick around about the centre half forward position, about 45 metres out from goal, directly in front. There it is. 20 after he'd kicked the ball. A chance now for Cloak's first goal and Richmond's third. We're right on the 20-minute mark, and I would say the Tigers are, if the wind is any indication, a 5-goal breeze. So North Melbourne not doing a bad job in this first 20 minutes of the quarter. There's their shot from behind the goals. A beautiful camera shot, this one. Cloak coming in now. Oh, there's a shot. And listen to that North Melbourne crowd go mad.
You can see the way he dropped the ball under his boot, Lou, that was never going to be a good kick.
Well, there's always the chance he can do that because he holds the ball terribly high, and the margin of error becomes greater the more you do that. That's talking technically.
You're at the angle, is it, or something like that? So penalty kick to the Kangaroos. Glendinning in front, Cloak behind. Down to Tanner, doing well so far in this first quarter. Loose ball at half-back. Lee. Holding the ball. No, says the umpire. Phil Cracker. Cracker's doing well today. McDonald is on centre wing. Well shepherded. Long kick by McDonald. Looking for Blight. He's got to beat Martello. Oh! Three great marks in his first term with Blight by good use of the body.
There's no, you watch this in replay and you realise what a champion. Look how he's outmanoeuvred the bigger fella that time, Pete.
That really was the mark of a champion, which he is. Blight, 20 metres out from goal, on a slight angle, a chance to put North Melbourne back in front. Which he's done. 2 goals to Malcolm Blight in the first quarter. In fact, he's kicked North's only 2 goals, and they lead by 1 point. 2-1-13 to Richmond, 2 straight goals. Well, as I said, he is a champion. Let's take another look at that mark. You see, he keeps Martello away, sees the ball dropping short, and then takes it on the chest, or actual fact took it on his arm. It was almost a one-hander.
See how he balked him before the ball was, within their distance, and of course this gave him the advantage. A new ball coming out now.
Well, I'm sure that the Richmond coach, Francis Burke, would be a little bit concerned the way Blight has beaten 2 opponents so far in the match. Puri, of course, was taken off through injury.
You know, I'd play him on Mervyn Kane.
Well, Kane is a very good defender, let's say that. 22 minutes have gone in the first quarter. North Melbourne lead by 1 point.
Ball knocked out that time by Lee. It comes back to Rawlings. He's grabbed, lost the ball. There's finally a hand pass from Dimitri over to Greg. And North Melbourne starting off all right. A hand pass coming over to Kelly. Another one back to Cracker, and it's Phil Cracker scouting out of the pack. Goes for a short pass. It'll be okay, and there's a good mark taken here by McDonald. Now it's Donald McDonald, the Big Mac as they call him. And if he makes a mess of it, they'll call him the Clown, because he's only about 30 metres out from goal. On a bit of an angle, but at least he's on the right side for a right footer. He'd have to fire for that, let me see, that left-hand goal pass, which he hasn't. He's put it into the forward pocket. And there's a good mark taken in defence by Roach. Roach's kick is out wide. Chance for Dempsey. That was a wild kick. Got one in the back from Lee and take the free kick as well as the mark. Dempsey out at half forward, ready to send the Roos back into attack again. Oh, Blight just about pushed him in the back that time. Martello, the umpire, caught it. And it'll be a free kick to Martello down there at full-back. 2 goals, 1-13 North Melbourne to Richmond, 2 goals, 12 points. Back to centre, knocked out by Glendinning. Pouncing on the ball was Rains. Brilliant play. Up to Taylor and Dench again. Oh, they both fumble that one. Taylor comes in, tries to tap it out to Bartlett. But Nimmo finally gets it over there with a kick to Dench. And Dench clears it away from the danger zone. Not a good kick. And the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Dench, I think. Or it could be to Demetrio against Rains. Hanging on when he didn't have the ball or wasn't anywhere near it. Punched away again. Cloak trying to claim the mark. A quick hand pass out to Rawlings. A kick off the side of the boot looking for Taylor. He's got the front posse this time and doesn't mess about. Could have even lost it with the elbow going up pretty quickly. And Taylor, right on the boundary line, about 20 metres out from goal. Missed a couple of easy ones last week and has already missed one easy one today. Usually a most accurate kick. You see the distance there. Looks more like a test cricket crowd than a football crowd here today. 80 degrees roundabout. There's the kick. That's a lovely goal by Taylor, and the Tigers move on to 3 straight shots for goal. 18 points to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 1-13. Would be one of the strongest full forwards we've seen for many, many years. This guy, Peter, such a big guy. He's only, what, 20 years of age?
I'm pleased to see, though, that David Dench is back in good form, because that's shaping up as one of the great contests of the afternoon. Dench, one of the best fullbacks I've ever seen play, and Taylor, as you mentioned, has great potential as a full forward. And he's certainly going to make it difficult for Dench today. We're entering the time-on period of the first quarter, 19-12 in favour of Richmond. Umpire Rowan Sauls has decided to ball it up. A more shocking bounce favours Bryant. Now towards Phil Kelly on centre wing. Well caught by Landy. Gregg has to beat two. Back to Bryant. Handball, Kelly. Now Kelly's got plenty of room. Down the wing he goes. Long towards full forward. Carman went up before nominations. Punch well clear of him by Strawn. And we'll see a boundary throw in left forward pocket for the Kangaroos. Carman, noticeable by his absence so far in the match, hasn't done too much at all. He's been out with a hamstring for 4 weeks. Big punch by Emmett Dunn. Back to Kelly. An attack of the fumbles. And the boundary throw in almost in the identical position. Another change being effected shortly by Richmond. Preston will come onto the ground. Waitman. And to Preston. Former Geelong player, Andy Preston, a good buy for Richmond. Cloak, that's a good mark. No, not paid by the umpire. Glendinning seemingly took that out of his hands and the umpire let it go. Demetriou and Rains. Rains wins out. Caught. North Melbourne fans looking for a free kick. Umpire calling play on. Williams getting on the bottom of the pack, and umpire Rowan Sauls has decided to ball it up.
Ball up on that centre wing position on the edge of the square. 2 goals, 1-13 North Melbourne to Richmond. 3 straight kicks for goal, 18 points. And we're about 27 minutes into this first quarter. Finally over to Bryant. Gets a hand pass, not a good one, it's a shocker. Put Tanner under tremendous pressure, but good play on the part of Tanner. Squeezed his way out of the pack, up there towards Malcolm Blight again. Landy, he's got to play that. This fella's a marvellous mark for his inches. Always seems to be taking the mark at the peak of his jump. The ball out wide now, a good pass to Barry Rawlings. Doing pretty well this first quarter for Richmond. Tanner and Rioli, neither can take the mark. Back to Cloak and Glendinning. Rioli gets around both of them that time smartly. And boy is he smart, goes for a pass. Well backed up by Nimmo. A hand pass back to Tanner again. And a hand pass out to Bryant. They're not firing too well with those hand passes down there in defence north. And the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to North Melbourne. Pretty low scoring game here today at the moment. The free kick to go to Nimmo. Doesn't quite know where to go at the moment. 15-metre penalty against Bartlett, and this brings him right up to the edge of the point of the square. So a long kick could land this just around about the half-forward line for North Melbourne, which it does. Flying high was Carman, couldn't get near the mark. Kane gets a hand pass out to Landy. Landy goes for a pass out wide looking for Lee, tries to get on the first volley, but picks it up like a little man. Goes for a hand pass to Waitman, bounces the wrong way, back to Tanner. He's grabbed, but he shrugs 2 opponents off. Down he goes, and they stack up there, and the umpire will ball it up towards Richmond's half-forward line. 28.5 minutes gone. 18 points, Richmond to North Melbourne, 13 points. My golly, it'd be hot out there today.
It's hot up here.
And about the 25-degree mark. There's Rioli, a fresh air shot. He was slung to the ground by Law. Once again, it'll be a ball up. Well, it's a perfect day, as we said, for football. The ground looks a treat. And, of course, if the Tigers lose today and Hawthorn win, they could lose that top spot. A vital one for the finals this year. The ball finally forced out of bounds, but the umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Gary Dempsey down there at half-back. The Rucks at the moment haven't had much influence on the game. There we see Rains. They got onto his back, and I think Rains will take the free kick out there on that centre wing position.
And Richmond's certainly doing much better in the free kick department so far in the first quarter. And Rains to take the free kick at left half back. Jeff Rains. Glendinning at the back, punches it clear of Cloak. In the back, surely, says umpire Sauls, and it will be a North Melbourne free kick this time. Dempsey. He's got a few frees too in the first term. There's the siren for the end of the first quarter. Certainly an eventful one, and we check the quarter time scores. Richmond 3 straight goals, 18 points, leading North Melbourne 2-1, 13. Second term. Summary conditions here at Arden Street as Richmond go into the second term with a 5-point advantage, but they'll be kicking against the breeze. Dempsey taps it down, picked up by Dunn. to half forward. Henshaw, fine grab. Too tall for Waitman. Ross Henshaw, right half-back flank. Dunn again has the chance. Can't take the mark. Roach backs him up well. To centre wing once more. Tanner, free kick to Rioli. Rioli on the centre wing position, driving the Tigers forward. Kicks into the man on the mark. Phil Cracker gets it back whence it came. Rioli again, one of the best on the ground in the first term. Plenty of North players are there. Mark taken by Kevin Bryant. Bryant at centre half back. Redirects play towards the gasometer wing. Once again, Dunn. Fisted clear of McDonald. Preston. Malthouse. Chance for Wiley on the wing. He's very close to the boundary line. Gets it back to Dunn. Well up from the back pocket. Cloak and Glendinning clash. No free kick to either player. Cloak. Richmond skipper. Doesn't bounce too well for Lee. Bartlett. He kicked the first goal of the match. Well tackled by Glendinning. Play on, says the umpire. Both players were looking for a free kick and subsequently stopped. Glendinning back towards centre field. Tanner. Abernethy. Looks for the handball to Kelly. Kelly on to Demetriou at half forward. Shocking kick at goal. Well over the head of Blight, and it goes through for one behind. That's North Melbourne bringing their total now to 2 goals to 14 points, and they trail Richmond by 4 points.
Just on 2 minutes into the second quarter. And of course, North Melbourne kicking with the breeze this quarter. Did a great job against the Tigers in the first to hold them down to 3 goals. Out it goes to Dempsey and Roach. Punched out by... Oh, he's got that mark. A great mark by Roach. May not be the best tap-out ruck, but he's certainly a great mark around the grounds. The ball kicked across to centre field. Cloak got under that one. There's a chance now for Tanner. Doing a pretty good job against Rioli, and it's just about a line ball there at the moment. Punched away from Roach by Kelly that time. Oh, wild kick. He's put it out of bounds. By golly, was like one of your golf shots, Peter. He really hooked that and put it out of bounds, and the penalty free kick will go there to North Melbourne on their half-forward line. It'll be Abernethy to take the free kick. Williams on the mark, doesn't quite know where to go. Abernethy will shoot that up there looking for Malcolm Blight, I should imagine. Blight at the back here. There he goes. He's got up, he couldn't hold the mark. Punch back here to little Atkins, a snap for goal. This will be all right, will it? No, it veers off at the last moment and through for 1 point. So the Northerners off target at the moment. 2 goals, 3-15 to Richmond, 3 goals, 18 points. Into the second quarter by about 3 minutes. Alan Martello on the ground. Peary had to leave with an injured ankle, and now he's got the job of subduing Blight, their champion, full forward. At the back this time is Law. Oh, it's a great mark. Had his name written all over that as soon as it left the boot of the fullback that time. Law has kicked it up there. Not a very good kick. Coming in to meet it now is Blight, but it's Cracker. It's got the mark. It'll be Phil Cracker down there right on the boundary line.
2 players minding his brother.
And it's a difficult shot for this fellow. He's got an awkward style of a kick, but usually a very accurate kick. But this might be a little bit too difficult. Look at him taking his time. Only about 15 metres out from goal. Now it's a point. So they move on to 2 goals, 4. 16 points. It's 2 points the difference now with the Tigers. 3 straight kicks for goal, 18 points.
Alan Martello once again to kick in. Favours the gasometer wing. Short pass. Looks for Landy and finds him.
Played fairly well again today, this fella, Peter.
Yes, he was in fine form last week as well. Had a great second half to the season. Roach is too tall for Law. And by Rowan Soares telling him where the mark is. He's gone for a hand pass. Not the best he'll give all day, I dare say. Strawn takes it at right half-back flank. Another short pass. So Richmond going the short way around against the breeze. Rains can't make ground before the ball is out of bounds, and we'll see it thrown in pretty well on the centre wing position, or just on the attacking side of centre for Richmond. Dempsey at the back with Lee. Beautiful punch down by Dempsey. Unfortunately, it's intercepted by Rawlings, who did well in the first quarter. Henshaw seemingly grabbed. Booted out of the pack and picked up by Emmett Dunn. Wobbly punt kick to half forward. Cloak and Glendinning. Glendinning having the better of that duel. Gets clear of Bartlett. That's not easy to do. Unfortunately for North Melbourne, he's put it out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will be going Richmond's way. It'll be taken by their skipper, David Cloak.
A little bit stiff that time because he was ready to kick it, and he was put off balance with a side push that time, Pete.
Umpire directing that Rioli will take the free kick. Carman coming off the ground and Holt on. He doesn't want to have a shot at goal. Puts it up towards half forward. Dempsey and Lee. No mark to either. Picked up by Keith Gregg and well shepherded. Gregg, long kick with the breeze. That's how to play it up towards centre field. Law, clashes with Rains. In the back, free kick going North Melbourne's way. And the recipient of the kick will be Andy Demetrio at centre field. Lead being made by Blight. A little bit too wide for him. Has he got it? No. Malthouse backs up row on the back pocket. Push out. And Blight would just about kicked this.
Would have been a bit lucky that time.
Well, umpire Rowan Saws was not too far from that. Certainly didn't see it from here. Blight has kicked 2 as a result of fine marks in the first quarter. He would be 55 metres out from goal. Off target, through for one behind, I would think yes. So North Melbourne creeping closer, wasting the breeze at the moment. 2-5 to 3 goals, a point the difference.
Point the difference. We'll wait now for Strawn to bring the ball back into play. Well, we never have a regular guy kicking the ball off like they did in the old days. Always the full-back. Anyone, the nearest guy kicks it off now to save time. At the back there is done. We see Lord trying to grab the mark. Williams in the thick of things. Gets it out now to Demetrio. A hurried kick out towards the forward pocket. Coming in to meet it is Blight. Oh, he balked that time. Was going to go for a hand pass. The second time a snap for goal. Chance here now for Evan. He's got the mark right on the boundary line. He's only about 10 metres out from goal. But at least it's a very difficult angle, but he's on the right side for a right footer because he can hook this one in. Let's see what he can do with it. North Melbourne badly needing a goal, kicking with the breeze. He's missed it, so scores a dead level. We see that North Melbourne are wasting plenty of opportunities down there with 2 goals, 6. So they've had at least 8 shots for goal.
Kicked 5 points this quarter, Luke.
5 points, though it scores a dead level. It's at least 8 direct shots at goal, to Richmond only having 3. And yet the score is still even. North Melbourne certainly playing a lot better than they did last week. Ball out there to Landy and Kelly. They're having a great duel. It's Landy with the ball in front of him. And the ball is out of bounds on that half-forward line, about 50 metres around from the North Melbourne goal. The back there is McDonald. Roach tries to grab it out. It's picked up by Cracker over his brother Jimmy that time. A snap for goal. But once again, the Kangaroos are off target and through for another point. At least that's put them in front by 1 point. So we're approaching the 8-minute mark. And the score is 2 goals, 7-19 to Richmond, 3 goals, 18 points.
6 behinds kicked by North Melbourne this quarter. Martello's kick towards the member stand side. Good mark to Dunn. A fine back pocket player, this fellow. I've always believed that he does his best work in that position. Looking for Cloak. Glendinning still on top in that duel. Knock on by Rioli. Tanner. Mark to Malthouse. No, it will be a free kick.
Even though Rioli's playing very well, Tanner's not doing a bad job for North either, Peter.
One of Tanner's best displays for a long time today. Andy Preston runs his full 10 metres, I was going to say, but it's actually 15 now. And Dempsey, the old 3-card trick, let it go, says Brian Taylor. Dempsey does, Taylor marks. Gary Dempsey should not have fallen for that. Taylor has kicked 1 goal so far, which was an excellent goal because it was from the boundary line in the first term. And Taylor this time directly in front, 15 metres out. Richmond are back in the lead. Brian Taylor brings up his 2nd goal for the afternoon. And Gary Dempsey will not be a happy boy at the moment. The Tigers 4 goals, 24 points. North Melbourne 2-7-19.
They certainly called that right that time, Pete. They fell for the 3-card trick, both Dench and Dempsey. He's only a youngster too at the Cape.
He's learning pretty quickly, I would reckon.
I would say he's learned him.
Well, good luck to Taylor. If you can get away with it, why not? But it's a good deal down there between him and Dench, and he's kicked so far 2 goals. 5 points the difference, 2nd quarter. Richmond in the lead after that goal to Taylor. Jim Cracker. Out to Williams and Rawlings. Rawlings to Williams. Williams on centre wing, driving Richmond forward. In front is Cloak. Knocked down to Wakeman. Thought about grabbing the ball and didn't. Rioli caught. Bartlett on the bottom. And umpire Rowan Saws has decided to ball it up.
Ball up at centre half forward for the Tigers. They're in front by 5 points at the moment. And North Melbourne kicking with the breeze. Knocked out by Rains. Over to Preston. This fellow always does well when he comes on the ground. Dench at the back that time. Got into the back of Taylor, but the umpire said it was quite okay. And there'll be a throw in about 10 metres around from the Richmond goal. They're 4 straight shots for goal. 24 points to North Melbourne kicking woefully at the moment. 2-7. No one got the knockout that time. There's a chance now. Oz one in the back, but the umpire said play on. Finally it comes out to Dempsey. Down he goes. And a chance now for Wiley. Shrugs his opponent clear. Not a good kick. Well intercepted by Dents. Taylor and Dench. Oh, he grabbed Taylor. He's grabbed him again. Umpire still calling play on. Finally cleared away that time by Jimmy Cracker. Down towards Abernathy. And Kane having a great battle. It's Abernathy coming out with the ball now. And a hurried kick back to centre field, but no one there for North Melbourne. And a good mark taken by Rhodes. As I said before, a very good mark around the ground. And they're set on a 15-metre penalty. This brings him up to centre half forward. He can only kick it from here, this fellow.
15-metre penalty, that one.
He's a long kick. There it is. Doesn't quite make the distance. Two of them fighting over it there, Dench and Dempsey, but it's Dempsey coming out of the pack and taking the mark. So Dempsey and Roach taking marks around the ground. Abernathy flying high, couldn't hold the mark. Another stack up coming here now. We see Rains in the thick of thing there. Is it Rains? No, Kane and Rioli, and the umpire will ball it up about 30 metres out from the Richmond goal. Dempsey gets the tap back. And the umpire will once again ball it up. Still about the same distance. Of course, a very windy day here makes it very difficult for players to control the ball. Knocked out by Cloak, picked up by Tanner. Rollings in front with the front of Cracker that time as Phil Cracker. Roach goes for a punch. He nearly threw. If that wasn't a toe, I'll give basketball away. Finally, it's up now to Rollings. Snaps the ball across looking for Taylor. Dench is there, dropped the mark, but he backs up well, but doesn't he always? He's grabbed, but finally gets a kick. Good defensive play on the part of Dench. Here's a go now between Rains and Atkins. They've all missed that. Now coming in the metre is Demetrio. Down he goes. They grab him out to Atkins. Over to McDonald. A long kick looking for Malcolm Blythe. He's got a great mark, and that was a good pass. He made it pretty hard for him, but that's Malcolm Blythe the champ. And this is his 4th mark for the match, and watch that in replay. Look at him going back. An object lesson for young kids. Never take your eye off the ball. He's only about 10 metres out, if that. Malcolm Blythe going for goal number 3. And of course, if he kicks this, the Roos are in front. A goal. So at the 13.5-minute mark, it's 3-7-25 North Melbourne to Richmond for 4 goals, 24 points.
Well, 7 effective shots to 4. North Melbourne should be further in front. Let's look at this mark of Blight's in replay. He's strung together his marks today. They've all been different, and they've all been spectacular. Here it comes now, and Blight reading it again better than his opponent. You'll see it going a little bit further than Martello could get to. And a fine grab. "14 minutes gone, second quarter. North Melbourne lead by 1 point, 25-24. Knocked away by Lee. A tackle that was too high. Law will get the free kick against Mark Lee.
There was nothing much Mark Lee could do about that, just the same.
No, that's true. It was still there. Accidents don't count. Law. Martello and Blight. Martello this time getting front position and winning out. Phil Cracker, Jim Cracker gives it to his opponent in Rollings. Lee and Bryant. Greg. The all-Brownlow medalist doing a fairly good job on centre wing. Up towards full forward. Oops, missed it. Roach, long handball, trying to find Rollings. It'll bounce okay for him. From right half-back flank. 9 kicks to Rollings so far in the match. Spin out. Nimmo. And again. Onto Phil Cracker. Up towards left half forward. And the tall timber of Richmond winning out. Emmett Dunn. Doing a fine job in the back pocket. Looking for Waitman and finding him. Waitman on his own now. From left half-back flank. Oh, down he goes. Cracker copped him. Free kick downfield.
Oh, golly. That was the best one to the tummy I've seen for a long, long time.
He might be in trouble. Let's see what the umpires do. Dunn coming in to remonstrate, and a few tempers becoming frayed.
He got him right in the solos.
Yes. The free kick is downfield, as we mentioned, to Richmond.
I don't think there's any report.
No, let's watch it again. It certainly, well, from here could have been reportable.
Well, after he kicks the ball, and we didn't see it in action that time.
That's a free kick for North Melbourne. It will be taken by Kevin Bryant at centre half back. And once again, temper's becoming a little bit frayed, as was the case during the first 15 minutes of the first quarter.
A point the difference. Oh, look at that kick that time by Bryant. It's a long one. What's the umpire doing? He's paying a free kick to North Melbourne. Against Kane, the free kick to go out there to Abernathy. And he's, well, let me see, about 40 metres out directly in front. The distance shouldn't worry him at all. Oh, there's a shocker off the side of the boot.
It didn't. He got the distance.
Got the distance, okay, but it's out of bounds. That's a woeful kick. North Melbourne certainly wasting many opportunities down there in this quarter, kicking with the breeze.
1-6 they've added, Lou.
1-6, and their score now is 2 goals, 7.
3-7.
3-7, I should say. A point the difference in favour of North Melbourne. The ball out towards that half back line. McDonald couldn't hold. There's Cracker. That's Phil Cracker getting a wild kick up there towards the forward pocket. It's on the boundary line. Finally coming out to meet it now is Landy. Good player. Beautiful bit of play on the part of Landy to get back on the left boot. Over to Williams. He fumbles the ball. Oh, there's a free kick for sure. Oh, down he goes. It'll be a free kick to Abernathy. He's got a chance to make amends now. Bit of a box on there.
Now Cracker could have that reversed. Yes, he has.
Taking them off him. It was silly play on the part of Jimmy Cracker then, because there's a chance for North Melbourne to score. Ball kicked back there towards the wing position now. There's Cloak and Glendinning. Cloak having a difficult time against Glendinning, and Glendinning will be on top at the moment. We wait now for the umpire to throw the ball back into play. It'll be Dempsey against Cloak. Dempsey got the tap down. Over there to Phil Cracker. Finally, we see the ball going down now, and neither side can pick it up. They're falling over left and right as the ball is driven away by Kane. Glendinning lost sight of it. Dempsey comes in. The big fella goes for a hand pass. He couldn't get it clear. Oh, there could be a free kick to Cloak. He got one. There's a box up now. Don't tell me Dempsey's going to fight a bit of all wrestling here. Oh, don't tell me the Brownlow medal's going to have a bit of a dip. But there's a bit of a box on down there on the ground now. I'll pick it over. That might be Rioli. I wouldn't like to tangle with him. He's the next Golden Gloves champ. The free kick will still go to Cloak on that wing position. Well, this game is really getting hot. Talk about the summer mood, Peter.
Yes, it's really hotting up now as Cloak takes the free kick. Bryant from behind is late. Mark taken by Preston. Play on, which he does. Gets clear of Dempsey. Long kick at goal, in towards the square. Bartlett can't trap it. He's been fairly quiet today. Out of bounds, Kevin. And that pleases the North Melbourne supporters. Only one kick to Bartlett, and of course he did get a goal with that kick in the first quarter.
Well, they wouldn't write him off yet. He's lovely to get 3 kicks in this quarter and kick 3 goals.
He doesn't need many. Boundary throw in, left forward pocket for Richmond, knocked down by Dempsey. Tanner playing well for North Melbourne. So towards Glendinning. Oh, missed him. Goodness me. Was that attempting a strike or was it not?
Well, why does the umpire not give a free kick to Glendinning instead of talking? Should give a free kick.
Good question. Cloak and Dempsey again. Well,
if he talks to him, he should give him a free kick.
Attempting to strike, though, is a reportable offence. However, that's the way it appeared from here. What was your decision at home? Rollings, one of the leading kick getters in the match to date, to Henshaw, to Keith Gregg. Preston chasing him. Oh, Gregg fumbling unaccountably. Well chased by Preston. Cracker, good tackle. And it goes to Emmett Dunn. Doing a great job for Richmond down there in the back pocket. 10 kicks to the back pocket player. Rioli and Henshaw, close to the boundary line. Picked up by Rioli. Loose ball for Gregg. Traps it well on centre wing. Gets around Dunn. Gregg to half forward. Strawn can't trap the ball. Plenty of Richmond players are there. Mervyn Kane to Wiley, who only had 2 kicks in the first quarter. Strawn can't trap it close to the boundary line. And once again, we'll see a boundary throw-in. Temperley warming up on the boundary line for the Tigers.
I think they're all warming up out there too, Pete.
Wouldn't take long to warm up today, though. It's about 25 degrees. Rochoff. Big knockout. Down it comes, left half forward. The whistle has gone. I'm just trying to see who has the free kick. It will be going Richmond's way. And the recipient will be Mickey Malthouse, right half-back flank.
Malthouse to take the free kick as we're right on the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. Not a very high-scoring game, but North Melbourne wasting many opportunities. The ball down there to Atkins from Dempsey and finally forced out of bounds on the centre wing position. I can never work that out. When the player is accused of doing the wrong thing, the umpire comes across and chastises him, and then he doesn't give a free kick, he throws the ball in. Either got to go one way or the other. The ball finally picked up by Preston. Across to Cloak and Glendinning. Glendinning goes to punch. Cloak falls on top of the ball. They bounce on air. Taps the ball back. And finally the ball comes back to Bartlett, and Bartlett's clear around about the centre half forward position. A snap for goal. It's Taylor and Dent battling it out there, down there in the full forward position. Dent plays it safe and taps the ball out of bounds. So it's out of bounds right against the Richmond point post. This is a tough game out there. Interchange coming on now. Coming back on the ground is Carman. And Holt at McDonald off the ground. The throw in again will finally be forced out of bounds. So it's still a point the difference. 3-7 to North Melbourne, to Richmond 4 goals. Ball back into play. Oh, Dempsey got one on the back from Lee that time. And he'll take the free kick. Umpires letting most of things go here today, and of course the more you do that, the more hotter it gets and the more tempers are frayed. Chance for Glendinning. Couldn't hold that one. Punched out by Cloak. Greg overrun, but Glendinning backs up well. He's played very well today. He's been very well on top of Cloak. Back it goes again. Knocked out by Williams. Rawlings goes for a short pass. And Lee's got the mark. A hand pass to range. It could be a goal. No, it's a point. So scores are dead level, and we're right on the 22-minute mark. 3-7-25 North Melbourne, to Richmond 4-1-25. That's their first point for the game so far.
Kick 1-1 this term.
Ball back into play again by Dent. It's a long kick to Dempsey and to Lee. Oh, Lee got that. It was too long for Dempsey, and Lee takes the mark. Quickly goes back into attack. Down towards that forward pocket position. A chance for Taylor. Down he goes. Virtually got one on the back. Bartlett gets a hand pass. A bad one. Picked up by Bright. A short pass. Oh, bad pass. Dropped that time by Kelly. This allows... Oh, this he spotted it. It might be against Lee. He's caught Kelly. He collected him. Oh, he's going to torture him now. By golly, he collected him.
Well, that could have also been construed as number takeable, you might say.
Well, he hasn't grabbed him. The free kick will go to Kelly. And that's bad luck because Preston was clear to it and sent it to attack. Furley's play as we see Kelly drive the ball back there, and a mark taken here by Phil Carman out there on the centre wing position. And I think this is his first kick for the match.
Yes, it is. He was taken off kickless in the first term. Carman up towards...
Legitimate.
That is a great mark. 5 marks, and he's kicked 3 goals, and we're watching a champion in action here today. Blight shot at goal. Is it equal to the mark? It looks okay. It is. That is a fine performance by Malcolm Blight. 4 goals to him, and North Melbourne get back in front. 4-7-31 to Richmond 4-1-25. Well, the marking of Malcolm Blight, I don't want to dwell on it, Lou, but it really has been the highlight of the match, hasn't it?
Well, there we see now. Martello has a point here when he said he was pushed in the back, but that is a legitimate mark because as long as you've got the eyes on the ball, particularly if you bring the mark down.
So there he is, Malcolm Blight, greatest track horse in the world, delighting the crowd here this afternoon with his marking. 24 minutes have gone in the second quarter. North Melbourne lead 31-25. A wayward bounce favours Dempsey. Demetrio is there, can't get clear. He's well tackled. The umpire has found a free kick, and it's going to North Melbourne. Demetrio at centre field. Not the greatest of kicks with the breeze. Plenty of Richmond players are there, and subsequently they spoiled each other. 2 possessions now to Carman, but that kick was smothered. Waitman can't do anything with it. Now he's got a second chance. Handball to Rawlings. To Tempany on centre wing. 20-metre handball to Mark Lee. Picked up by Cracker. Good tackle from Phil Cracker. Keeping the pressure on. Back to Lee again. Strawn tackles well. And it will be a ball up left half forward. Certainly has been a day for frayed tempers, and a couple of players lucky not having the numbers taken so far. Dempsey and Lee. Law is at right half-back flank. Long kick. Knocked away from Carman. Dunn will get there first. And Dunn's content to see the ball out of bounds. Right half forward flank. Once again, we'll see a boundary throw. Certainly has had everything this match. The marking of Blight, the tackling. There have been some wayward tackles as well. Knocked away by Dunn, trying to find Waitman. Too high, says the umpire. A free kick going the Tigers' way. Dunn coming in for kick number 11.
Dunn with the kick down there at half-back. No doubt their best defender today as the ball goes across there to Cloak. He flies, couldn't hold the mark. In goes Greg trying to get through the pack. He's upended. The umpire said it'll be a free kick. I think they could have been a bit lucky there, North Melbourne. A 15-metre penalty. And this brings him right down to nearly centre half forward. He should lob this up looking for Malcolm Blight. And there he has. He's gone for Blight, and Martello come out. Martello goes the punch. In comes Landy. Kicked off the ground by Blight. Now it's Jim Cracker breaking clear. Goes for a pass. And he's found Demetrio. That's a beautiful pass by Jimmy Cracker. And Demetrio would be about 35 metres out from goal. Just about dead in front. See the distance there on screen. Well, they're in front at the moment, North Melbourne, by 6 points. The kick is not a good one. Is it coming around? No, it's a goal. Oh, I thought it was going the other way. The breeze really caught that and brought it over. 5-7-37. North Melbourne looking good to Richmond 4-1-25.
Well, that goal really, we could put down almost to Cracker. Let's look at that pass again. Watch for him. Jimmy Cracker sees Demetrio making a lead.
Awkward style kick, Pete, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't matter. He got the mark, Lou, and that was what counted. And Demetrio made no mistake about it. Allowed for the breeze and brought it back nicely to bring up his first goal of the afternoon. Demetrio has kicked one goal, and Malcolm Blight has got North Melbourne's other 4. Time on being played, second quarter.
Centre bounce again. Knocked out by Lee. Picked off the pack nicely by Waitman. Setting the Tigers deep into attack. Looking for Taylor. But Dents is there. Goes the punch. Didn't attempt to mark it. Over to Glendenning. Doing a great job on Cloak. That's his 9th kick for the match. Out wide towards Dempsey and Preston. It bounces too high for Preston. Tapped over by Dempsey to Keith Craig, and he's up like a shot. Hooks the ball back. Looking there for Philly Cracker. He's got the mark. On down he goes. Philly against Landy. It could have been a 15-metre penalty, but the umpire said not. Coming out the metre is Blight, but it's too long. And even, oh, there's nearly a mark. That's a Carmen. Finally a bad hand pass. Picked up now by Kane. Kane's kick is to centre field. Oh, Bright missed that completely. Once again, it's Glendenning, but fumbled that one. Coming out of the pack is Rains. They're tackling hard at the moment, North Melbourne. Finally, it's tapped back by Tanner. Tanner back to Cracker. Cracker's thrown to the ground. Now it's picked up by Demetrio, and they're gone back into attack again. Up there towards Phil Carman. And there's a go for Jimmy Cracker. Coming to beat is Martello. Can he bend down? Well, he fell down. And they grab him. He's got no hope of getting clear, and the umpire's going to give a free kick to him. So it'll be a free kick there to big Martello, a little short of full back.
Short pass, looking for and finding Landy in the back pocket, or right half-back flank to be more correct, and he's going to go for a run. Nobody tackling. None within 15 metres. He could have gone even further. Looks for Cloak. Still he can't get away from Glendenning. Keith Gregg looking better every minute. Up towards Abernethy. Too fast for Malthouse. Abernethy, look at him go. From left half forward. Looks for Holt. Very close to the boundary line. Holt, back to full forward. Kelly plays on into the goal square. Carmen to Blight. Blight goes to Malcolm Blight. Lightning chain of hand passes there.
Great play on the part of Carmen. Could have easily kicked it himself, Peter.
Oh, he flicked it out very, very quickly. 6-7-43 North Melbourne to 4-1-25 Richmond.
Carmen had the chance to score. We watch it now on replay. Holt gets the ball on the boundary line. Gets it over to Kelly. Kelly goes for a hand pass now out to Carmen, and you can see Carmen could easily kick that, but a man in a better position. That's teamwork.
30 minutes gone, second quarter. North Melbourne looking the best they have all day. Glendenning best on the ground at the moment in my book, and that's why. Got tripped up, still gets the handball to Bryant. Long handball over the top, trying to find Cracker. Dempsey's there, rolling. Well caught, Phil Cracker. Ball caught again. He'll get a free kick at centre field. And his brother Jimmy remonstrating with Mark Lee. Blight and Martello and Carmen, half-time siren. Sees North Melbourne in front. And Mickey Malthouse not too happy with probably the scoreboard in the main. 6-7-43 to Richmond 4-1-25.
In Templeton, and at the MCG, Melbourne trail the Swans by 7 points. Play about to get underway out there at Arden Street. Back now to Peter Landy and Lou Richards.
Richmond trailing 25 to 43. Lee and Dempsey. Knocked down by Dempsey, not too far. Ball scooped out up towards left half forward. Carmen can't pick it up. Rains having trouble likewise so doing. And once again, we'll see a ball up. Still quite humid conditions here. The sun gone behind the cloud momentarily, but very, very warm. Knocked away by Mark Lee. 35-metre punch up towards Williams. Glendinning holding the man, says the umpire, and it will be a free kick to Shane Williams at centre field. Williams brings it up towards right half forward, looking for Cloak, who's been moved up towards the pocket, it looks like. He was well beaten by Glendinning in the first half. Phil Cracker out of bounds from Nimmo, and we'll see a boundary throw in, still in the almost in the right forward pocket for Richmond. Kicking with the breeze this term. Dempsey and Cloak. Won by Cloak, picked up by Jim Cracker, over to Phil. His kick up to the centre wing position. Carmen and Emma Dunn. Rains gets clear of Demetrio. Looks for Cloak. Twisted well clear by Bryant, and the ball once again out of bounds. So that's one move that the Richmond Brain Trust has made to get Cloak away from Glendinning.
Well, I'd bring Glendinning down there with him now if I was North Melbourne. Cloak's mining, Glendinning's mining Williams.
Rioli on the boundary line. Gets well clear. Look at the pace of him. A shot at goal going right across the face of goal, and it's out of bounds on the full. It will be a penalty kick to North Melbourne, and it will be taken down there by David Dench, who so far has contained Brian Taylor fairly well.
Yes, down to 2 goals. But then again, the Tigers have only kicked 4. They're 4-1 to North Melbourne 6-7 into this third quarter by 2 minutes. Nearly mark to Mark Lee. A hand pass from Jimmy Cracker comes out a bit wild. Demetrio couldn't get it clear. Umpire said a free kick to North Melbourne, and it will go to Xavier Tanner, who's played a fairly good game on Real. It's about line ball at the moment. Out wide there to Abernathy. He's shot into the game quite frequently today and been a pretty handy player. It's out there on the wing position. It's a long kick, a vital quarter, this one, the third one for North Melbourne. Holt couldn't hold the mark. As Cracker again. Jimmy Cracker's grabbed. The umpire said dropping the ball against him. Free kick to go to Strawn. Kicks have been scarce for him today too. I'll tell you that, a 15-metre penalty. North Melbourne in front by 18 points. And they're kicking against the breeze. If they can contain the Tigers, they'll have a big chance of winning the game in this quarter. So we see Dempsey taking a mark there at centre half back. It could be a 15-metre penalty. It is. This brings him well over the centre half back position. A kick out wide towards that half forward line. Flying high was Abernathy. Finally, Kane gets a hurried kick back to half forward. And there's Glendinning, takes the mark. He speeds away from Rioli, and can he go as the ball comes out wide towards Holt. Holt's in the front posse, gets away from Strawn. That wouldn't be hard. Up to Malcolm Blight. He's got the sitter. He gave him one in the back. And it'll be a free kick to Martello. All the way that time. And Martello to take the free kick at full back. North Melbourne 6 goals, 7:43 to Richmond, 4 goals, 1:25.
Martello straight up the centre of the ground. Rains can't mark it. Knocked on by Dunn. Chance for Demetriou. Rains has got the pace though. Scoots clear of the pack. Drives the Tigers into attack. Long kick up towards full forward. Off the hands of Cloak. Chance for Taylor. Dench. Superb play from David Dench at full-back. Back to his best form this week after a low last week. Abernathy mark.
Not a fair game too, Peter.
Yes, he's more than just come into the play, Lou. When he has got his hands on the ball, has generally done something constructive with it. From right half-back flank, looking for Carmen, who pushes Dunn out of the road. And it will be a free kick going to Carmen.
Well, I couldn't work that out.
I'll go on with that.
I think he pushed him fair square in the back.
Carmen at centre wing. And which way is this one going? The 2 number 15's in it again. And this time it's against Marty, and it will be taken by Malcolm Blight, right half forward flank. Look at that in replay. Well,
I reckon Malcolm Blight, if it came to an Oscar, would bolt at him, Peter, just the same.
Some of his are worthy of such, Lou. Blight is at right half forward. He's kicked 1, 2, 3, 5 goals so far. And some great marks. This one's coming around. That's a beautiful goal. That's Blight's best of the afternoon goal-wise. And a very useful one for the Kangaroos against the Breeze. 7 goals, 7-49 to Richmond 4-1-25.
Well, that's a great lead of 24 points. Another great goal to Malcolm Blight. May have been a bit lucky with that free kick, but I think the free kick was there, but he certainly exaggerated. So that's at the 5-minute mark of this, the third quarter.
49-25 on Sevens Big League. North Melbourne doing it well.
And Dempsey against Lee. Lee grabs that one, runs into Cracker, but gets a hand pass out to Williams in a bit of trouble. A hurried kick, it's a high one. Back there towards Rioli and Tanner. Tanner's got the mark. Doing, as I said before, doing very well for North Melbourne. Tanner's at centre half back, goes out towards that flank position. Kane got over the back of the pack. There's a chance now for Phil Carman. It's a hand pass. He actually threw that out, I reckon, to Abernathy. He's in a bit of trouble. Tries to get away from Kane. He does. It's a long kick over Kelly's head, coming down there towards the forward pocket. Went over the head of Landy. Now Kelly's got it. In a bit of trouble. Well tackled. Dropping the ball against him. It'll go to Straw. Well, in that first half, I don't think we've seen North Melbourne tackle as hard as they have for all this year. As a matter of fact, for a couple of seasons. Strawn's kick is back to centre half back. And Bartlett sitting there takes an easy mark as well. He got one from Henshaw, but Bartlett's got the kick there. I think it's about his third kick for the match so far. Kicked one goal. Looking for Taylor, falls short, and once again we see coming out. There'll be a 15-metre penalty against Taylor. Dent's doing a great job on him down there. And of course, one of the strongest full forwards we've seen for a long time. The ball back into play again. Dempsey and Lee having a great battle. Neither can take the mark. Good play on the part of Law. The ball shot back towards Carman over the top of the pack. Punched out by Malthouse. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go against Atkins for a push in the back to Malthouse out there at half back. Game slowed up a bit. Both sides sizing each other up, but they're well in front at the moment. Glendinning got the sit. And a mark. What a game this guy's playing for North Melbourne at centre half back. They've moved Cloak off him, and they've still left him at centre half back. Pack fly, Carman there. Take up the pack. He jumped up a quarter mile earlier with Kelly running into an open goal. And the score. North Melbourne 8 goals, 7-55 to Richmond 4-1-25. And the crowd going mad here at the moment.
There's a good shot for goal by Kelly. Let's look at it again. Once again.
You watch Carman here. He gets up before and then he got a free kick against. That's the luck of the bounce. And of course he got it out to Kelly.
And Kelly's kick just making the distance. It comes down like a 9-iron golf shot through for his first goal. 7 minutes gone, third quarter, 30 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. Atkins down towards Tanner. Tanner from centre half back, looks for Abernathy. Hotly pursued by Kane. He's over, likewise the ball over the line, and we'll see a subsequent boundary throw-in. Dempsey and Lee. Knocked down by Lee. Law, right on the boundary line to right half forward. Looking for Holt. Landy was the flyer. Loose ball for Landy again. Shepherded by Rawlings. He's gone for a short pass up towards centre wing, and play has stopped. It will be a free kick, presumably downfield, and it will be taken for Richmond. And what was all that for? Cloak coming off the ground. That's the Raw. So the captain off for Richmond in a sensation here at North Melbourne as Roach comes back on. Now back with the play. Rioli's free kick. Looking for Taylor. Can't mark it. Bartlett goal. Bartlett's second goal for the afternoon. Doesn't need too many opportunities. 2 goals from 4 kicks to the champ. And Richmond 5-1-31, trailing North Melbourne 8-7-55.
Well, that's typical of Bartlett, that goal. Waiting there for the ball to come off the pack. Scouting beautiful. And that's his forte. You watch him come around there, takes it off the pack, and an easy goal.
And it's a very good piece of play by Bartlett. He really does rove it well and very seldom misses his opportunity in a case like that. However, North Melbourne doing particularly well against the Breeze in this third quarter. 24 points the difference, despite that goal from Kevin Bartlett. That was his second for the afternoon, knocked away by Lee. Law trying to get clear and successfully does so. Looks for the handball. Greg on the run, centre wing. He'll put the Kangaroos into attack. Short pass. Looking down there for Carman, and he's got it. Carman at left half forward.
Carman with the mark. A bit of a wrestle going on there, but I don't think Carman will put one in the face, and you get a 15-metre penalty, Strawn. Could have been a bit stiff that time. He's got into his back, and the 15-metre penalty was there, but Carman gave him one to go on with. So Carman only about 35 metres out from goal on about a 45-degree angle. The shot on screen now. Perfect day for football. The breeze blowing to the end that Richmond are kicking to. There's the kick. He's allowed for the breeze. Will it come around enough? Allowed too much. It'll be out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick to Kane down there in the back pocket. 5-1-31 Richmond to North Melbourne 8-7-55. Ball back into play. Out there towards Dempsey and Lee. Dempsey slipped that time. This allowed Lee to take an easy mark at half. Down he goes. Must be slippery out there. Bad hand pass. Atkins tries to get a hand pass back to Law, who's starring this quarter pretty well. Picked up by Atkins again, and North Melbourne will go deep into attack. Looking for Malcolm Blight. There we see coming into mid at this time is Martello. And boy, has he got some worries today, minding Blight. A hand pass coming over to Mickey Moldhouse on his own. He'll go for a bit of a trot around the ground here to the half-back. A long kick out there towards Rioli and Tanner. Punched away by Tanner. Backing up well as Henshaw. A hand pass to Keith Gregg, and this is North Melbourne at its best as the ball finally goes to centre half forward. A bit of a bustle going on, and a strong mark taken there by Strawn. A hand pass to Mickey Moldhouse. Strawn nearly got the way that time as the ball comes back to Williams. And in goes Glendenning. Down goes Williams. And Glendenning pouncing on the ball. Balks away from Weil, and he's had a very quiet day. Over to Abernathy at half forward. A short pass. And it's Phil Carman with the mark. And Fabulous Phil would be about 30 metres out from goal. He missed one from a similar position just a moment ago. 24 points. Blight making a lead. As he found him, he got up too early. Should have had a shot that time, Carman. Would have made a goal, I would say.
Not a great pass at all. Not a great piece of football by North Melbourne. Strawn's caught with the ball. Play on. Kelly to Jimmy Cracker. Shot at goal. High. Blight in the square with Martello. It bounces. Out to Carman. Abernathy. 5 metres out. Yes, goal. Oh, some pressure there. A few mistakes, but a goal to North Melbourne, the end result. North Melbourne 9-7-61, Richmond 5-1-31.
North Melbourne players pretty elated, but don't celebrate yet. We've seen the Tigers come home before in a worse position than this. There's the kick by Cracker. It'll land in the square, and we see Martello jostling with the Blight for position. Carman had a chance, but Abernathy chips in, and an easy goal.
Well, some, as I said, a couple of mistakes down there. Holt coming off the ground, and Glenn Dugdale coming on for the Kangaroos. 13 minutes gone in the third quarter. 5 goals the difference, still in favour of North Melbourne. Nobody can get clear. Umpire Rowan Saws letting it go. He's found a push in the back, and it will be going to Richmond. A free kick to Jeff Rains at centre field. Beautiful kick by Rains, as we expect from him. Up to Taylor. 2 grabs, no. Chance for Wakeman. Out to Rawlings. Danger from the Tigers here. Rawlings a shot at goal. It's coming around and going pretty close, but not close enough. Through for 1 behind, says the goal umpire. And so that makes the difference now 29 points. 7's big league from the Arden Street ground. And what a match we've got here. League leaders in danger of defeat, but we're only in the third term. They were behind last week in Sydney. In fact, by 48 points and still won. Dempsey can't take the mark. Handball, Henshaw in trouble. Waitman well tackled. Really made the play, Waitman. 35 metres out and goals. Richmond come a little bit closer. His second goal, Dale Waitman, a gutsy effort from him. And North Melbourne, 9-7-61. Richmond, 6-2-38.
Well, Henshaw was a bit slow, but he didn't have much to do about that because he had nowhere to go as Dempsey gets the ball over to him. And he backed back into trouble. Waitman got the bounce of the ball and scored a goal.
14 minutes gone, third term, 61-38.
23 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne, kicking against the breeze. And there's Tanner again, driving it down towards Carman and Dunn. Dunn's got the sit there, couldn't pick up the ball, goes after, he won't give, and there's Demetrio coming out. Finally, back it goes there to Dugdale. Dugdale has a fumble, and the umpire will ball it up out there on that centre half-forward position. We're out towards the edge of the square. More or less out towards the half-forward flank. They're 61 points, North Melbourne, to Richmond 38. 23 points the difference. The double to the top position. There's the ball knocked out again. We see it kicked up by Kelly. Up to Jimmy Cracker. Got one right behind the head. The umpire said play on. Back it goes now, and Landy's clear. Clear there towards the centre half-back position, out towards the wing position. Rollings into Phil Cracker, punched away by Cracker. Finally it comes down to Rollings and sweeps away from the pack, and down went Keith Gregg, and finally picked up by Rollings with a hand pass to Williams, who fumbled. He's got to get clear, back to Rollings again, a snap for goal, and he's put it through, and the Tigers are coming back. Good play on the part of Barry Rollings that time. He's a great player. 32 years of age. 9-7-61 North Melbourne, Richmond 7-2-44. And we're at the 15-minute mark. We'll see this in play again. It's over to Williams. That was a bad fumble by Williams, but he got it back to Rollings. That's the beauty of backing up like Rollings did that time to kick a goal.
Francis Burke, Richmond coach, a little bit happier. 15 and a half minutes gone, third quarter, 61 now to 44 after that goal.
There's Dempsey going for the knock, a good backhand at that time. Picked up now by Aberneth. He's in plenty of trouble, gets a wild hand pass. Now the Tigers go back into attack. But the umpire's found a free kick. It'll be holding the ball. The free kick to go there to Kane. Kane's kick is out wide, looking there for Roach. Up there at full forward, he's got his hands to the mark. Nearly marked that, the umpire's paying it. And Roach would be about 60 metres out from goal, but got the breeze right behind him. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't kick this one. Let's see Roach, what he can do with this kick. There it is, it's a long kick. It's a hit the post. Well, I was half right. So at the 17-minute mark of the third quarter, the Tigers fighting back now. 9-7-61 North Melbourne to Richmond 7-3-45.
Dempsey from the back pocket. Looks for Keith Gregg. Oh, beautiful mark for Abernethy. Is it paid? It is. Abernethy almost on centre wing. North Melbourne, remember, led by 5 goals early in this third term. Abernethy brings North to their left half forward flank. Carman will go the knock on, not successful. Down it comes towards Preston to Kane. Short pass wide towards the boundary line. Williams grabs it just inside. Off the side of the boot. One for Taylor.
I'll tell you what, Dent was very cross with Henshaw there because he could have got across the front of Taylor, but waited.
I think that breeze has dropped down a little bit. It's certainly not as strong as it was in the first quarter. And Richmond kicking with it, although, as I said, it doesn't have the velocity that it did in the earlier part of the match. Brian Taylor, you can see just on the square line there. Should be able to get the distance. It's not a long ground here at North. He has got the distance. The accuracy leaves a little bit to be desired. Through for one behind of the Tigers. And the scoreboard now, North 9-7-61, Richmond 7-4-46, a difference of 15 points. So they've whittled 15 points of the leeway away. Dench towards the gasometer wing. Law and Jim Cracker. Now Cracker, well clear of any opponent. Can go for a couple more bounces if he so desires. Looking for a lead, draws the player well. That's Malthouse, but Malthouse a fine smother. Atkins, back to Cracker, shepherded by Glenn Dugdale. He's on the boundary line. Looks for Blight, it's out of bounds on the full though, and we'll see a free kick to Richmond to be taken for them by Mervyn Kane. And a good attempt by Cracker. Unfortunately didn't get much assistance and in the hands of the trainers. For North's sake, let's hope he's okay. And will it be a throw in? I thought it may have been out on the full, must have been touched. Forward pocket, North Melbourne. Dunn and Glenn Dugdale, won by Dunn, and handsomely so. Waitman coming into his own on the latter part of this quarter, up to centre field. Williams and Glendinning again. Unbeatable so far. He's beaten 2 opponents, and Cloak has been taken off the ground. Carman, a grab. Well, Markle free kick, he's got it. That's the important thing for North. Holt warming up on the boundary line as Carman takes the kick. A 15-metre penalty. Well, Carman's kicking has been very poor this quarter. He missed a goal and then went for a short pass to Blight when he had a second chance almost in the identical spot and made a mess of that as well.
Still, he hasn't played a bad game this quarter, Pete.
No, he's got the ball okay. Gives it to Gregg, up to Blight. It's a wrestle and fisted through for one behind, I would reckon. Or will it be a free kick? It's a free kick to Marty. Martello from fullback, short pass. Big Lee shrugs the tackle from Cracker. Oh, mammoth kick down towards half forward. Almost marked by Roach. Chance for Wiley. Caught. Gregg smothers him. Henshaw trying to crash his way through. Wiley, long handball. Taken out there by Roach. A free kick in the meantime going North Melbourne's way.
That'll be to Henshaw. He was grabbed too high, and Henshaw to take the free kick in between centre half-back and centre field. Well, North Melbourne hanging on, kicking against the breeze. He's kicked it out wide, looking there for Carmen again. Got his hands to it, appealing for a free kick. He run into Demetrio that time, and Demetrio copped one from Wiley. There's Carmen and Rains having a great battle. Neither can break clear. Finally, it's pushed out by Rains over to Greg, but it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. Well, Demetrio and Carmen run into each other. Then they had a chance to get away. 61 points. North Melbourne to Richmond 46. 15 points the difference in favour of North. As we see Rawlings playing a great game for for Richmond on that wing position. Shoots it across to centre half forward. Knocked out that time from Williams. He goes after it again. He's trying to claim the mark. The umpire's called play on. He gets into his back now. To be a free kick to Williams. Williams quickly plays on. The crowd not too happy with the decision. Over there to Preston. A long shot for a goal. It could be right through the middle. It is. That's a goal. 9 points the difference now. And the Tigers back in business. 9-7-61 North Melbourne to Richmond 8-4-52.
Well, if that wasn't holding the ball, though, I think you could give the game away.
Well, we'll see it there as Williams gets a hand pass out to Preston. Well, they were all arguing with the decision. He got away and scooted away on his own. 21 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, certainly a little bit of bad luck for North there with the umpiring. However, that's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. 61-52, Richmond coming closer.
9 points the difference, knocked out by Dempsey, not a good one. Finally it comes back there to Law. A hurried kick out there towards centre half forward. Coming into meet at Dunn, he's been one of their best players. He ran into trouble that time, but he won't give in, still gets a short kick back, and a mark there by Phil Cracker. Over it goes now to Greg, and North Melbourne swing back into attack. Coming out to meet it is Martello. That's about the first. No, he's not playing the mark. What has he got to do to take a mark as the ball is finally shot back? And it goes back to Dempsey, over to Phil Cracker again, to Keith Gregg scouting out wide. He'll try and lob it up there to Blight if he ever kicks the ball. Back it goes to Cracker, and he's under pressure. Oh, Demetrio's put one too high from Rawlings. Over it goes to Atkins. I think Demetrio will get the free kick. Oh, that was a bad bit of play on the part of North that time. Keith Gregg took a fortnight to make up his mind. Then he put poor Cracker under the hammer there. Demetrio's got a free kick from that half-forward flank about... let me see, about 55 metres out from goal. The distance should be too far from kicking against the breeze. Malcolm Blight and Martello having a tussle down there. Carmen in front of the pack. Couldn't fly. It's punched away by Dunn. Back it goes to Strawn. Takes a week to pick it up. Finally, he slung to the ground. Oh, Cracker lost that one, Jim Cracker. Plenty of tackling out to Phil Cracker now. A snap for goal. Up to Blight and Martello. Punched away by Martello over to Moldhouse. And there's Blight coming out of the pack. You can put down your glass about this one as he hooks it through for a goal. Oh, no, it's 1 point, and it's 10 points the difference now. They're the ones he usually kicks, Malcolm Blight. 6 goals, 3 to Malcolm Blight so far.
Whew. Whew. 10 points the difference here at North Melbourne. Martello. Long kick. Dempsey and Lee. Dempsey looks for a rover. Can't find one. He's found one in the opposite colours, though. That's Rawlings. Up towards Williams. Flicks it out to Rains. He can just about go from there with the breeze behind him. Up towards full forward. Dench, great mark. No. One behind. And he had that on his chest. And so that makes the difference now 9 points. 62-53. Richmond really putting the pressure on here. Coming back like the top side they are. Preston knocks it out. Rioli runs into a teammate. Snapshot at goal is off target. Into the pocket it goes. Taylor and Dench. Bartlett. Goal or behind. Goal. 3 points the difference. They've made up 27 points in about 20 minutes.
I think we mentioned this before, Peter, about Bartlett. I think he's only had 5 kicks up to this stage of the match and kicked 3 goals. And that's the value of this guy.
Let's check that in the replay. Off target from Rioli towards the pocket. Taylor almost brings it down. And then Bartlett, roving superbly, has lifted his play in this quarter.
Always a danger, and you've never got him down. That's a real champion.
So only 3 points the difference now as we are into the time on period. 62 now to 59. Richmond almost in the lead. Lee, oh, easily to Rains. North slowing down. Rioli. No tackles forthcoming. Long handball. On the run is Wakeman. A snapshot at goal is through. No, hit the post. That's 2 posters in about the last 5 minutes. And 2 points the difference now at Arden Street, 62 to 60.
And we're just about on the 25-minute mark. 2 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne, but remember that North are kicking with the breeze in this last quarter. So the ball out there towards Big Roach, and he takes the mark. They've certainly got the marking power around. It's a free kick to Greg. He got a push in the back. Oh, Roach has kicked it a mile to get a 15-metre penalty against him. He still doesn't know what's going on. Umpire Robertson going across to explain the situation.
He's the only one on the ground that didn't.
Just on the 25-minute mark. And the 2 points the difference as Greg drives it around towards that half-forward flank. At the back is Abernathy. Taps it on. Scouting out well as Cracker. Hand pass coming out to Kelly. It was a bullet-like one. Kelly goes for a short pass, and Atkins has got the mark. Atkins would be about 35 metres out from goal. A pretty difficult shot. I don't know whether the little fellow will make the distance or not, but he's got Malcolm Blight up there, but he's well covered by Martello, but Blight's kicked 6 goals up to this stage of the match. There's the kick by the little fellow. Punched away by Martello, playing it safe and forced it through for 1 point. So it's 3 points the difference as we approach the 26-minute mark of the third quarter. 9-9-63 North to Richmond 9-6-60. Well, this good crowd here today are certainly getting their money's worth. It's a great game. The Tigers putting up a great fight after being 18 points down. At the back is Greg. Dunn couldn't hold that. Finally, it comes down to Land. He lost sight of it. Malthouse won't lose sight of it. As he picks it up, then he loses it. Holding the man. No doubt about that. Free kick to Malthouse all the way that time. It was a grab in the first spot. And then Malthouse had got rid of the ball, and he was grabbed, and of course, didn't have it. And the umpire soon gave the free kick in favour of the Tiger back pocket player out there at half back. His kick is across to centre field. At the back is Glenn Denning. Couldn't hold that mark. Hit Lee on the head. Glenn Denning lost sight of it. Down goes Dempsey. Now Glenn Denning trying to crash with it. Oh, he threw it away. It'll be holding the ball against him. And the umpire called play on his range runs to the open goals, and he's put it through. And the Tigers have hit the front. Oh, they all stood there arguing. The umpire called the play on sign. 10 goals, 6-66 Richmond to North Melbourne, 9-9-63. And this is a really great game.
Well, Richmond starting to get on top now and look the better side as North Melbourne have really slowed right down.
Rains threw it away, Pete.
Well, the umpire called play on, the correct decision, I've no doubt about that. And Rains brought up his first goal for the afternoon as North Melbourne players stood around flat-footed looking at the umpire. Richmond leading by 3 points now after they trailed by 30 points earlier in this quarter. An amazing comeback. They do things the hard way. 2 Richmond players trip each other up. Tanner, Demetriou, bad bounce. Rioli to Rawlings. 15 kicks to Barry Rawlings. Down towards full forward. Bartlett bumps Nimmo into the ball, but he still can't do much with it. Roach looking for a free kick in the back. Out it comes to Rioli in the meantime. They'll go further in front. Rioli, goal. Well, it's all Richmond now. And Rioli bringing up his first goal for the afternoon. The Tigers cut loose in the third quarter. 11-6-72 to 9-9-63.
I'll tell you what, the difference in this quarter too, Rioli and Rains are both playing very well and giving them plenty of drive, Pete.
Let's look at it in replay, and Rioli effortless. North Melbourne players looking a little bit tired as we are into the time-on period of the third quarter. Once again, a new ball being used.
Yeah, North actually led by 30 points at the 12-minute mark of this quarter, Pete.
And they now trail by 9 points. And Richmond are used to coming from behind. Richmond leading by 9 points. Time out in the third term. Dempsey and Lee knocked down by Dempsey. Picked up by Phil Cracker. Demetriou. Preston goes in very solidly. Umpire Soros has decided to ball it up. North Melbourne will have to lift themselves if they're to get back into this match, I feel. Lee and Dempsey, knocked down by Dempsey, past Landy, Rawlings backing up well low, right half-back flank, puts in the short pass up towards centre wing. Williams. Glendenning being whistled back on the mark. Williams in the meantime plays on. Knocked away by Bartlett. Nimmo, knock on to Temperty. Out to Wiley, Wiley loose, high ball towards the forward pocket. Dench and Taylor. Free kick to Dench, I would reckon, against Taylor again. He's given away more free kicks down there than just about any other Richmond player, I'd reckon.
He gave the umpire something else that time to go on with and nearly got reported.
Well, you can't win arguing with the umpires. Somebody should tell him that.
Well, it's pretty hard to beat the bloke with the whistle in his mouth, Pete. He'll always have last say as the ball is finally kicked out there towards that half-back flank position. Dempsey's got the mark. North Melbourne not tackling anywhere near as tough as they were in that first half of the match. And, of course, we see the Tigers in front now by 9 points. But still, one consolation, North Melbourne's got the breeze in the last quarter. Knocked out by Dunn. He's been a great defender. Coming into meet at his law. Picked it up beautifully that time. He's in a bit of trouble. A hand pass over to Abernethy. A running shot for goal. This is off target, is it? Yes. And through for 1 point. So it's 8 points the difference as we're just over the 30-minute mark of the third quarter. 9-10-64 to 11-6-72 in favour of the Tigers. The ball back into play by Martello. There's a go now for Dunn to take the mark. He does. Outmanoeuvred Carmen beautifully. A hand pass to Mickey Moldhouse. And as the game gets further ahead, the Tigers getting more confidence, but there's a good marking defence taken there by Henshaw. Henshaw, oh, was he in trouble? Did he make hard work of that or not? He's kicked it out of bounds nearly on the full, I would say. Or will it be a throw-in?
Throw-in, Luke.
A throw-in from that half-forward flank about 60 metres around from the Richmond goal. And they're in front at the moment by 8 points. It's a free kick. Cable on the boundary line at the moment. Range has had a great third quarter with Rioli. Made the difference. Taylor nearly marked it as Bartlett again. Watch him go. He's grabbed by Quackish, shrugged him up, a snap for goal. But the little old champ's off target that time and through for 1 point. As we said before, you can hold him down for 3/4 of the game or even 7/8 of the game, but he'll bob up and quite often win the game, or more often than he ever loses it. 73 and Richmond to North Melbourne 64. 32 minutes gone, or just on 32 minutes gone of this third quarter. David Dents looking a bit pensive there, Peter. Of course, he's had a very tough job minding Taylor.
Done a great job on him, though, too, Luke.
Taylor's only kicked 2 goals up to this stage of the match. Malcolm Blight has kicked 6-3, a fine effort, but a little bit quieter this quarter, but the ball hasn't been up there so often. Another ball, that's the 4th we've had for the day so far.
They'll have to bring the ball back from the Little League if we keep going through them at this rate. That's been a fine effort by Richmond, down 30 points at the 12-minute mark of the term, and they now lead by 9 points, 73-64. David Dench, as the sun comes out again. Dempsey and Lee. They've had a great duel all day. Preston sharks it well, makes plenty of room for himself. The kick is atrocious, though. Picked up by Tanner as the siren goes to end the third quarter. A very good quarter for Richmond. They got themselves back on top in this match, and at 3/4 time they lead 11-7, 73 to 9-10-64. Maybe the gods will shine on North as we go into the final quarter here. Street ground. Difference in favour of Richmond after a very good third quarter in which they kicked 7-6 to 3 goals. 9 points the difference. Final quarter on Sevens Big League from the Arden Street ground. Umpire Robinson comes in to bounce the ball. Knocked away by Dempsey. Good 30 metres in that punch. The Kangaroos into attack straight away. Dunn fumbling. He's been one of their best players, though, right throughout the afternoon. North Melbourne player put his head down. Abernethy and comes out with the free kick. Summer-like conditions here at North. Abernethy up to full forward. Richmond players are plenty. Blight can't take hold of it. Taken by Malthouse. Very solid and rugged defender for Richmond. Gregg and Preston. Gregg, a fine effort to mark. Not successful. And we'll see a boundary throw in.
A free kick for a push in the back, Pete.
It's a long way from goal. Probably about 70 metres, but he will have the breeze behind him. Blight thought about the lead. And that will be a free kick to Martello. Well, these two guys have had a wrestling match since Pirri left the ground in the first quarter with what looked like an ankle injury. Martello, right half-back flank. Lee and Dempsey. Dempsey at the back onto Rains, who had a very good third quarter and was instrumental in Richmond getting back into the match after they trailed by 5 goals at the 12-minute mark. Good mark to Bryant. He's at left half-back. Oh, wobbly punt kick, only travels about 45 metres. Carmen up in front. Oh, one-handed almost was a good one. Atkins dropped the ball seemingly when tackled. Umpire says play on. While he does, looks for Tempany. Finds him. Tempany centre field. Streaming forward. Bartlett in front. Oh, Kelly got high. Roach. Good score from there. Goal to Richmond. They lead by 15 points. Well, that's just what North Melbourne didn't want, to go against the breeze to the Tigers to open hostilities in the final term. That's Roach's first for the day, 12-7-79 to the Kangaroos, 9-10-64.
And that goal coming at the 2-minute mark of the last quarter. We see the ball kicked out by Tempany, and Kelly got up before acceptances. And of course, Roach got an easy run in to kick an easy goal. So we're back to the centre again.
15 points the difference at the Arden Street ground.
Centre bounce, Dempsey against Mark Lee. Dempsey got one over the head to Atkins, been a little bit slow, grabbed by Wiley, trying to punch it away, but the umpire said, we'll ball it up. Oh, he's giving the free kick. He said, no, he didn't make the proper attempt. That's a rather strange one. Out it goes to Preston. Preston on his own at half forward will send them deep into attack, looking there for Taylor. Well, we got him the back that time of Dent, and disgustedly not too happy with the umpire's decision. The free kick will go to Dents down there at fullback. He's done a great job down there in defence against Taylor. Held him down to 2 goals. Dents' kick is back towards centre half back. Oh, Dempsey and Lee. It comes down out of Holt clear. A long kick looking for Malcolm Blight. He's at the back. Can he mark it? No, he might have got this. He said play on, but he's got the ball now. Has snapped the goal for number 7. A beautiful bit of play on the part of Malcolm Blight. I thought he nearly marked it.
Well, he nearly did, but what a passage of play, though, from him, Lou.
What a recovery, Pete.
Yeah.
10-10-70 North Melbourne to Richmond 12-7-79. So it's still 9 points the difference with Malcolm Blight. We watch this in replay. He gets up the back, but watch the recovery. Eyes never off the ball and scooped it away from Martello as we reach the 4-minute mark of this last quarter, and only 9 points. So it's still anybody's game. And the Tigers haven't won this by a long shot. And remember, Pete, if Hawthorn win and they lose that top position.
Well, Malcolm Blight has really delighted the crowd with his marking here today. 9 points the difference, final term Arden Street. Loose ball into the centre, picked up by Cracker. That's Phil Cracker, torpedo punt kick, looking for Blight again, and Martello. Blight almost marks it. Chance for Jimmy down there. No, Blight again. Shrugs one tackle. On to Carmen. Shot at goal. 3 points the difference. The North suddenly find a new lease on life. 11-10-76 to 12-7-79.
Playing a great game, Malcolm Blight. You watch this. Jimmy Cracker gets the ball out of the pack. Blight nearly marks it, but doesn't give in. And look at him go. He gave one back there to Dunn that time and got a beautiful hand pass out there to Phil Carmen.
Carmen's kicking hasn't been at all good today. He did play a good third quarter, but his kicking let him down. A couple of shots at goal were poor ones, and he tried to find Blight with a short pass and didn't. But that really was a good goal after Cracker was instrumental in getting the ball out to him. 7th big league now, 5 minutes into the final term, and it's only 3 points the difference, 79-76.
Centre bounce again, a chance for Lee. Goes for the big punch, intercepted by Glenn Denning, runs into a bit of trouble. Then he loses the ball, Cracker goes down, and the umpire is going to ball it up out there towards the edge of the square. We're just over the 5-minute mark, and only 3 points the difference, and North Melbourne kicking with the breeze. Lee got that one out, not a good one. A hand pass coming out from Rioli. Finally, it's shot out there to Roach, running into an open goal. Can he kick this one? It's a long shot. It's not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a goal. That's goal number 2 to Roach, and it's 9 points the difference again. 11 goals, 10-76 North Melbourne to Richmond 13-7-85. Well, they're giving an answer back. That was good play on the part of Rioli that time, a wizard-like pass. And we're back to the centre now as we reach the 6-minute mark of the last quarter. 9 points the difference in favour of Richmond.
Roach bringing up his second goal to once again make the difference, 76-85. The Tigers in front.
Centre bounce again. Lee against Dempsey. They've been at it all day. Knocked away by Dempsey. Back towards centre half forward. Kane got one in the back and the umpire spotted that. And against Carmen, and the free kick to go to Kane at centre half back for the Tigers.
Mervyn Kane yet to score a vote in the Brownlow, but has been invited to this year's presentation at the Southern Cross Hotel. Out towards centre wing. No mark to Tempany. Knock on, Strawn to right half forward. Kelly takes the mark over the top of Kevin Bartlett, who cribs at least 5 metres and will be penalised 15. Kelly, left half-back flank, not a long kick. Reading the play well, Kane. Kane just about on centre wing. Short pass. Bryant, fine mark, good use of the body. Kevin Bryant will get North Melbourne out of the danger zone. What a beautiful torpedo punt kick. Carman, two hands, can't mark the ball. Stack up right on the point of the square. Umpire Rowan Soares has decided on a bounce.
You know, Carman had that mark, and then he took his eyes off the ball and lost it.
And that was one of his old failings, wasn't it? Bounce favours Dempsey, who can't find the rover. Past Greg, Malthouse doing a great job for Richmond. On to Preston. Preston from right half forward. Scoots it long in towards the goal. Dench and Taylor, one-handed, no! Oh, Wiley. Now Taylor, no, doesn't get the bounce. That will be a free kick, will it not, to Kelly, for Grab will not in possession. Henshaw decides to play on just in case. And well, he did, because it is out of bounds. North Melbourne supporters obviously thought so too. Roach doing the ruck work with Dempsey, down to Glendinning. Williams along the boundary line, making good ground. Once again, a boundary throw in. Final quarter here, 85 to 76. Can North Melbourne get up and win it? Lee palms it down beautifully. Phil Cracker looks for the handball, not effective. Off the ground from Law. Preston to Rains at centre field. Rains will look for somebody. Long kick. Wiley. Oh, lovely use of the body there. Completely outmanoeuvred Henshaw. Only 7 kicks, though, to Robert Wiley, which is well down on his quota for a match. The passes to the pocket, and Bartlett. Oh, what a grab! Kelly, a fine mark in the back pocket. North Melbourne not going down without a fight. Kelly goes across goal, maybe dangerously. We'll wait and see. Looking for Keith Gregg, who doesn't let him down. We'll get a free kick for holding the man, or in the back, call it what you will. The dual Brownlow medalist has the kick at left half back.
Just over 9 minutes, and they're in front by 9 points, Richmond. Over the top of the pack, it beats about 5 of them down towards that forward pocket. Coming in to meet it now is Dunn and Martello. It's Dunn there first. He's played a very solid game down there in defence. Out wide, it could be a chance for Abernathy. Oh, he's dropped that mark, but he's covered it. Out to Phil Cracker on his own. This could be dangerous. Goes for short pass to Carman, and he's got the mark. Fabulous. He's only about 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. And Fabulous has already kicked 1 goal. This will make the difference. 3 points if he's successful. The pressure on Carman now. Going back, taking his time. We'll see this shot. So cameras behind the goal. Oh, what a kick. So it's 8 points the difference. He should have kicked that, because it would have put the North Melbourne side really back into the game. We're right on 10 minutes. 77 points North Melbourne to Richmond 85 points. We wait now for the ball to come back into play by Martello. He's gone for a pass, and a mark right on the line that time by Strawn. A bit of a dangerous kick in that time by Martello. Could have easily gone astray. Strawn's kickers are around there towards Dempsey and Lee. Dempsey taps the ball down. Waitman tries to get it out, but it wasn't Waitman, it was Landy. And the umpire will ball it up on North Melbourne's half-forward line, about 70 metres out from their goal. They're trailing by 8 points, but kicking with a pretty strong breeze. One stage during the third quarter, they led by 30 points, but the Tigers have fought back. A hand pass coming out there from Rains out to Preston, and he's done pretty well since coming on the ground. And what a buy he's been. A hand pass back there to Williams. He snaps the ball up. He's grabbed. It's a hand pass back to Mickey Malthouse. Jimmy Cracker's right on his tail, but Mickey Malthouse shows a lot of strength. And there he goes. The back pocket player to the half-forward line. Has a long shot for goal. Looking there for Taylor, but the ball is out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick down there in the back pocket to David Dench. Well, Mickey Malthouse hasn't played a bad game down there backing up Dunn either, and their full-back Martello. Dempsey goes the punch. Picked up by Phil Cracker. Scoots around his opponent. Gets a hand pass back, but not a good one. And the ball is out of bounds. Still on the Tiger half-forward line. And the Tigers looking a lot better now since about midway through that third quarter, Peter.
They really lifted their game then when strangely Cloak went off the ground. Dempsey and Lee. Knocked back by Preston. Law in the front. Not the greatest of hand passes. Another chance for Preston. On to Rollings. 18 kicks to Barry Rowlings. Taylor and Dench, the wrestle's on again. It's like a tag team affair down there. Bryant got grabbed high, but it comes to Dench, to Glendinning, who hasn't put a foot wrong all day, and he doesn't here. Short pass out to Dempsey. Can't take it. It's just a little bit too long for him. Oh, the pace of Dempsey gets it forward. Malthouse strong in the back pocket. Fumbles crucial. Back to Malthouse again. Atkins trying to get it from him. Umpire Rowan Saws will ball it up.
Get out the way when Mickey Malthouse goes through, I'll tell you, Pete.
Yes, I certainly would.
He frosted the eyes, that guy.
Dempsey high. Two Richmond players collide. None can get it clear. Once again a bounce, just a little bit wider than the one 20 seconds ago. 12 minutes gone in the final term. Lee loses it to Dempsey. Demetriou can't get clear. Very scrambly passage of play here.
That's the nearest thing I've seen to a rugby scrum in my life.
And a couple of strong second rowers in there to get the ball. So ball up number 3 in the space of half a minute or so. Lee takes this one away from the pack effectively. The kick is wide towards centre wing. Bryant and Roach out of bounds. The crowd says on the full they're correct. The boundary umpire agrees. Free kick to Michael Roach at right centre wing. Short pass. Rioli in front. Can't take the mark. Plays on. Brilliant. Up to full forward. Taylor tries it one-handed. Oh, that's a slippery patch of ground over there. A lot of players have fallen over. Kelly's turn this time. Back to Dench. Shrugs the tackle beautifully. Well played, David Dench, and he'll clear the ball.
By golly, he's played a great game, David Dench, out there. That wasn't a good kick, and a Mark Delaney. A quick hand pass coming over the range has lifted his game tremendously since half-time. Back it goes to Cracker, and a great mark there to Phil Cracker. Goes a hand pass to Glendinning. He should go for the big kick. Now he's going for a hand pass. Oh, it's over there to Tanner. Oh, he's muscling this up. He's in trouble. Down he goes. He had a chance. Glendinning would have been better off going for the kick. It'll be a free kick to Williams. No, he hasn't played it. Finally out it comes to Phil Cracker again. Up there towards Malcolm Blight and Martello. Can the champ mark it? Punched away by Martello. And there he is again. Mickey Malthouse, the little tank, breaking clear as he goes for a pass and a mark out there to Landy. Back to Malthouse. And this is good football by the Richmond defence. Over to Martello. A pass back to centre field. Coming out to meet his right. Well tackled by Bryant. Umpire called play on. They said hold the ball, the crowd. They wouldn't have a bar. Now it's Preston breaking clear. The Tigers withstanding the pressure as the ball goes back to Dench and Taylor. Neither can take the mark. Kelly comes in, but he goes down. Now Dench. What a game. A hand pass back to Henshaw. Out to Kelly. And the defence to both sides standing up well as the ball goes out wide to Gregg. And he takes the mark at half-back. 8 points the difference in favour of the Tigers. And North Melbourne not giving up as the ball goes down towards their half-forward line. Dempsey and Strawn. It hits the deck. Strawn crashes through the pack and down he goes. And the ball is out of bounds on the 15-minute mark.
Dempsey in the hands of the trainers at centre field. Doesn't look too good. Boundary throw-in at left half-forward for North Melbourne. Carmen against Strawn. And once again a boundary throw-in. Dempsey noticeably limping.
Don't want to lose him now, Pete.
They don't. Still he's back in the run. Let's hope he's okay. Lee gets into his back. Nobody gets it effectively out of the pack. To Preston again, who's getting a lot of kicks in this final quarter. Shrugs the tackle, gets clear. Long kick by Andy Preston. Martello, not Martello, but Dench and Taylor. And Brian Taylor has a free kick. Dench says he was hanging on to my jumper, which he was. And Taylor gets the free kick.
Well, I think that Dench hasn't got him to go crook about because it's been a great tussle down there, and Dench has had a couple of free kicks against Taylor too.
Not the matter of free kicks, but where you get them. What was your decision on that one? Taylor has kicked 2. A goal here would make it probably safe for Richmond, although we've only been playing 16 minutes into the final term. The Tigers are certainly playing the better football. Taylor, 20 metres out from goal, has missed it, I would think. One behind. A costly miss by Brian Taylor. North Melbourne hang in 77-86.
It's made Dench's record look pretty good against him today. Only 2 goals, Peter.
And yes, that's a very good effort, though. Dench playing much better than he did against Ross Ditchburn last week.
Well, he's nearly North Melbourne's best player.
He would be. Holt on the ground. Gets scragged. A 15-metre penalty. Brings Holt up towards the left half-back flank. Came on as an interchange player. Glendinning and Dunn down to Rioli. Rioli at centre field. Oh, shocking kick. Picked up by Keith Gregg. He'll look for someone further downfield. Puts the ball high, trying to find Carmen. Up. What a mark, Lou.
You ripper. That is the... Oh, look, he is... Watch this mark at the back of the packet to get over two of them. Look at this.
6 marks to Malcolm Blight. That's the best one of the day, in my opinion.
One of the best marks I've seen for years.
That is a great grab. He landed awkwardly. But Malcolm Blight has a chance to bring up goal number 8 and make the difference 3 points, which is the closest North would have been in this term. Well, if he can get a goal, North fans will be pretty happy. Off target, I think. Through for 1 point. It deserved better, didn't it?
Certainly did, Peter.
And Malcolm Blight hanging his head in shame. He shouldn't do that because he's been one of North Melbourne's best on the ground today. 78 to 86. 7-4, Malcolm Blight's tally for the afternoon. Alan Martello has the ball. 8 points the difference as Martello brings it back into play towards the outer side. Again the short pass and again to the back pocket, mark taken by Strawn. Strawn again a short pass. This time taken by Temperley. Temperley looking for a 15-metre penalty. Umpire Rowan Saws indicating where the mark is. Temperley takes the kick.
8 points the difference in favour of Richmond. We're about 18.5 minutes into this last quarter. The ball back out there on the wing position. Atkins gets it out, but the umpire will ball it up. Still can't get over that mark of Malcolm Blight's. It was a superb mark. Certainly a great day's football. Both sides putting up a tremendous show. One of the best performances North Melbourne's put up for a long time. Here's Range with the ball down there at half forward for North Melbourne, but it's out of bounds. It's about 70 metres around from their goal. And they're trailing by 8 points, and they're finding it very, very hard to whittle that 8 points down because this Richmond defence is standing up well, particularly Malthouse in this quarter. As the ball is picked up by Rioli over there to Wiley, who hasn't played that well today. And finally the kick by Wiley is down there towards the forward pocket looking for Bartlett. There he is on his own. Kelly, a hand pass back to Dugdale. Back to Kelly again. The ball back out there and Dempsey's got it. And that was a real slips catch. He ran right into Preston's leg that time and knocked his noggin. So Dempsey with the ball. Out there on the wing position. Crunch. A long kick by Dempsey. Oh, there's Cracker flying high. Punched away again. Out towards Demetrio and we see Williams. And of course the turning point of this match came when they took Clark off the ground about halfway through the third quarter, and Richmond played a lot better. There's no doubt they're top heavy when they've got all those big fellas playing down there. Atkins, a fresh air shot, picked up by Rioli. Rioli out there at half forward, goes a short pass and a good mark here, taken by Roach out there on the wing position. Roach a long kick. Dunn. Got him down there in forward line. Now he's done a great job on the back line. Goes for a short pass, looking for Bartlett. It won't bounce right now. He's got Kelly right in his tail. He's got to get away from him. He does. Now he steadies. Fires at the goals. Looking there for Taylor and Dents together. Neither can take the mark, but the umpire said it's Dents' turn this time.
50-50 that one, wasn't it?
Well, I don't think Dents will buck about that one. He wasn't too happy about the last free kick. There's a long kick by Dents. Abernathy coming in, punched on by Abernathy, runs into his own man, spins back and gets away with the ball. Nice play. Out there towards Holt. Going after Holt now is Landy. Holt's got to get away from him. There's a chance for Holt on the boundary line now. Still got it in play, but it's finally forced out of bounds. And we're at the 21.5-minute mark of this, the last quarter. Still 8 points the difference in favour of the Tigers.
David Dench illustrating yet again the value of the long kick because only a couple of kicks North have got it to the left half forward line. Dempsey palms it over his head, trying to find Glendinning, not successful. Glendinning another chance here. And the umpire will ball it up. It's only about 45 metres out from North goal, but they haven't been able to penetrate this very, very strong Richmond defence in this final term. 8 points the difference. Knocked down to Carmen. Back it comes to Holt. Snapshot at goal. Blight shepherding through. Hit the post. Or touched, yes. So what does that make it? 7 points the difference now. 2 kicks at goal and they can level the score. Martello kicking it clear. Hand and foot as the rule stipulates. Henshaw and Dunn. Waitman to Dunn. He's playing well done. Very consistent all day, I thought. Rioli has got on top in the second half from Tanner. 15 kicks to Maurice Rioli. A short pass. Kelly is there, one-handed, can't take it. Chance for Tempany. And again, we will see a ball up. Richmond player is down with cramp.
Could be his knee, Peter.
No, I think it's cramp, Lou. Oh, it might be. You might be right. He's limping anyway. Let's say that. Knocked down by Dempsey. Bartlett and Wiley fight each other for it. Wiley wins out. Short pass to Lee. Lee right half forward flank, but about 75 metres from goal. He plays on. Short pass. Taylor's okay. Dench with the punch down. Should find Phil Cracker. 35-metre handball onto the wing. Oh dear, doesn't bounce too well for Abernathy. Kane did that well, but Abernathy no luck. So luck not going the way of North Melbourne at the moment. They're still in there with a chance. They trail by 7 points. It's a bounce on the centre wing. Dunn to Williams. To left half forward. Picked up for North Melbourne by Henshaw. Rains and Demetriou holding the man, says umpire Rowan Saws. A free kick to Richmond.
Well, there's no doubt Rains has played a great game since half-time. Across there to lead. Dempsey goes in, goes the punch, but the umpire said play on. A bit of fumbling going on. Now it's Landy coming out of the pack with the ball while Dempsey complains to the umpire. Kelly, I should say, goes the punch. Pushed away by Law. Little Waitman didn't have the ball. It'll be a free kick to Waitman. No doubt about that. David Cloak getting ready to come on the ground, as we mentioned, was taken off the ground about halfway through the third quarter, and Richmond lifted their game. There's no doubt they are top heavy with all those big fellas down there. Williams made a difference down there, scooting around that centre half forward position. Of course, Rains and Rioli come into their own in the third quarter. Rawlings has played well all day too. Taylor having trouble with the leg as we see the little fella fire for the goal. Not a bad sort of a kick, and it's through for a goal. That's goal number 3 to Waitman. And of course the Tigers move on to a 13-point lead. 11 goals, 3, 79. To Richmond 14, 8, 92. Taylor off the ground and Cloak going down there to the full forward position.
Well, that just about makes it safe for Richmond. North Melbourne have to score 13 points to tie the match. So it looks almost an impossibility, with time on being almost played in the final term here at the Arden Street ground.
Still, there's plenty of time if they're good enough. Up we go now. Knocked out by Lee. Tigers trying to get their second win back. There's Waitman going after it now. They go back into attack. He'll go for a hand pass over the right, and this looks dangerous as he fires for the goals. And that's another one to the Tigers. Yes, sir. Goal number 3 to Roach. And the Tigers, I would say, without any fear of contradiction, will stay on top of the league ladder. 11 goals, 13, 79. North Melbourne to Richmond 15-8, 98.
Yes, they'll have the rest next week. Waitman.
Beautiful hand pass here, Pete.
Draws his opponent well, and Roach has kicked those 3 goals, I think, in the final quarter. So the value of a great full forward. 98 to 79. Dempsey palms it well to Holt. Rains. No trouble to take that one. In front is Tanner. Can't complete the mark. Umpire has seen fit to give it to him, though. Tanner is at right half-back flank. Shocking kick by Tanner. Will be out of bounds on the full. No, just inside. It was only luck that it did bounce just inside. So North Melbourne falling in a heap in the final few minutes of the game, which has been a pity, because they did play great football in the first half and early in the third term. They did at that stage lead by 5 goals. Demetriou's kick doesn't gain too many yards, but it will be a boundary throw in between right centre wing and right half forward. Probably about 4 minutes left for play. Lee and Dempsey, won by Dempsey, onto Demetriou. Strawn. Back to centre wing and finding Wiley. Wiley's last quarter, probably his best of the day. Certainly kick-wise it has been. Rawlings can't take the mark, met pretty heavily. The umpire has seen fit to play a free kick against Bryan. Umpire Robinson going up speaking to him. We've seen worse than that have been missed here today. Sorry, Lou. I didn't hear you. Barry Rawlings has a grin from ear to ear. Kick number 19 Cloak. And Roach is the flyer. Well, he's made a difference when moved up there, so that's a very pleasant task that the Tiger selectors will have to think about when they choose their team on Thursday week to play in the second semi-final.
He's been playing out there on the flank, hasn't he? Half forward.
Yeah, but all his goals have come in this final quarter.
Right.
Oh, that could be close to another one. They're drifting away at the last minute. And is that a mark down there to Kelly? It is. Kelly going towards the gasometer wing. Looking for Dempsey. Knocks it on. Dimitriou's not there. Rollings. Again. Dimitriou. Trying to find Atkins. Gets it back again. Keith Gregg comes in to assist him. Atkins. Gets clear of Waitman. Tripped up for his trouble. It's out of bounds. It will be a boundary throw.
27 minutes gone of this last quarter, and it looks as though the Tigers will win it now. 11-13-79 to Richmond 15-8-98. Great recovery by the Tigers. They were down 30 points about 12 minutes into the third quarter and weren't going easy at all because they were kicking against the breeze. But North Melbourne, after tackling so well in the first half, have really faded out. The weight of numbers has killed them. A short kick back out there towards Roach, who's kicked 3 goals this quarter, and the ball is eventually forced out of bounds. Out of bounds on the centre wing position. Been a great game here today, a very tough match. And of course, North Melbourne, as I said before, tackled probably the best they've tackled for years in that first half of the match. Kicked by Holt is down there towards that forward pocket. Going after is Mickey Malthouse, who incidentally has played very well since half-time. And there's the siren to win the game. And the Richmond have won 11-13-79. North Melbourne to Richmond 15-8-98.